Hold up. He just said new starters.
Sorry about that confusion as we tried to go live right as some things were going around. We'll get to a little bit later. However, good afternoon, baseball fans, and welcome to Bill Aker Baseball Complex here in Highland Heights, Kentucky, as we bring you a Horizon League matchup to close out the 2025 regular season. Today is the series opener between Youngstown State Penguins and the Northern Kentucky Norse. I'm Joshua Northcutt, and alongside me today is Jamison Howard. Jamison, I don't want to speak for you, but I'm absolutely thrilled to be back in the booth for this one. What about you?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. It's the final series of the year for the Norse. Trying to get that 2 seed, trying to get a first round bye in the Horizon League tournament. Going to be a fun one to see what happens.
Yep, as you mentioned, Youngstown State enters today's contest at a 14-37 overall record, 11-16 in Horizon play, and will be locked in at 4th place pending one situation which we will get to later, and looking to finish strong before heading into the Horizon League tournament. On the other side, the Norse come in at 27-23 overall, 15-12 in conference, fighting for a postseason positioning with everything on the line in this 3-game set, but they also will be needing help as they keep a close eye on the Oakland-Milwaukee series, which will impact their seeding. NKU has won 2 of 3 games earlier this season. In April at Eastwood Field, the Norse won the first 2 games 3-2 and 14-3 respectively, but the Penguins salvaged the series finale with an 18-8 victory. But that is then, and this is now. Jamison, let's kick things off with the starting lineups for both squads.
Yeah, so starting with the Penguins of Youngstown State. Batting first and DHing, number 7, Kyle Fossum. Batting second, playing third, number 6, Tommy Rover. Batting third and playing left field, number 18, Braden.
Kruger.
My apologies. Yep. Batting fourth and playing second, number 20, Cole Smith. Batting fifth and playing shortstop, number 16, Garrett Cutting. Batting sixth and playing first, number 37, Nathan Beckley. Batting seventh and playing right field, number 5, Brady Shannon. Batting eighth and catching, number 44, Nick Goodwin. Rounding out the lineup, batting ninth and playing center field, number 2, Eli Brown. And a late scratch, number 30, Jacob Gehrig was supposed to start for the Youngstown State Penguins. However, now number 15, Mitch Seymour, will be starting for them instead.
That was what kind of held us up as we were talking to Youngstown State's radio announcer himself, trying to get who was scratched because we didn't know if it was in the lineup or the pitching. But what about NKU?
Yeah, so for NKU, leading off, number 3, the center fielder, Tyler Shannyfelt. Batting second and playing second base, number 10, Marcus Harrison. Batting third and playing first base, number 26, Gabe Miranda. DHing, number 18, Sam Bond. Batting fifth and playing right, number 29, Josh Williams. Catching, number 27, Jake Pollock. Playing shortstop, number 21, Brennan Rowe. Playing the hot corner, number 17, Jake Altman. And rounding out the lineup, number 9, left fielder, Nolan Sparks. And pitching for the Norse will be number 7, Connor Lynn.
Obviously, we see some missing pieces today for NKU, and we can only hope for the best. This is not the normal quote-unquote Friday lineup and Friday starter, but this is what it's been over the last few weeks due to injury. So great stuff as always, Jamison. We're just about ready to get this one underway. It's Youngstown State and Northern Kentucky in Horizon League baseball action on this Thursday afternoon. First pitch is coming right up, right after the national anthem. We'll be right back with you after this break. Welcome back to the Bill Aker Baseball Complex here in Highland Heights, Kentucky, as we get set for the first pitch in Horizon League Series opener between the Youngstown State Penguins and the Northern Kentucky Norse. My name is Joshua Northcutt, and with me is Jamison Howard. We're just moments away from getting this thing underway. But Jamison, first, let us know a little bit about the pitcher on the mound today for the Norse.
Yeah, so coming up to the mound is Connor Lynn. He's usually, majority of the season, he was our Saturday starter in these games. However, lately, Caden's been missing a few starts for us, so he's taking the bump again today. coming into this game with a 6.87 ERA, 2-4 on the season. He started 13 games. And really, I mean, he's coming off a start where he went 4 innings, 6 runs, 5 earned against Youngstown. Definitely going to try and pick that up again after kind of getting hit around some by Youngstown. Or Wright State, my apologies.
Hopefully can settle in here in a game that is, I wouldn't say must win, but as close to a must win as possible for the North if they have any hopes of getting that 2 seed back in a bye into the first round of the Horizon League playoffs. We'll talk a little bit about the Horizon League standings later on in this one. However, it does look like Lynn is getting close as the clock is down just under 2 minutes before umpires looking around. Beautiful day for baseball compared to the ones we've had in the past with high winds, cold weather. It is feeling about low 80s, I should say. Light breeze blowing in, but I believe the ball will probably fly today. And this is a Youngstown team that has some power in their bats that NKU is going to look to slow down a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, you look at the leadoff guy, number 7, Kyle Fossum for Youngstown. On the season, batting .385, nearly 500 on base with .498, with 20 home runs, 54 RBIs to boot. So it's going to be a big importance of NKU to try and make sure he does not get on base, or even if he doesn't get a hold of one and hit it out of here.
And as we mentioned before we went on air, it looks like some scouts are here, so it'll be interesting to see maybe how some of the players perform if they're quote-unquote not here for them. You never know what eye you could catch if you have a big game today.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely.
Looks like we're about to get settled in here as the ball gets thrown around, and Lynn just waits for the umpire to put the ball into play. Steps up Fossum. Number 7, Kyle Fossum, the outfielder from Seattle, Washington, steps up to plate. As Jameson mentioned, he has 20 home runs on the season, so to have absolute power and pop like this, very likely will be the Horizon League Player of the Year, though our personal preference would still go to Logan Davenport.
Yeah, I mean, always. Sadly, he's not in the lineup today, but hopefully in the future we're able to see him.
As Lynn now takes him out, going to be working from the windup. First pitch is set. Fouled off for strike number 1.
Yeah, I mean, previously in the season, we went 2-1 at Youngstown State. Really going to need to keep that up if you want to have a chance at that 2 seed now.
Looks as if there's a comm issue right now. So he's going to switch out the comm. Umpire going over with him to make sure that no funny business is going on. But now it's good to see that it is calm. How we've always been confused. Hey, why are they looking at the wrist? Why are they looking at the wrist? That's what it is. It's telling them ball or what pitch to throw. Interesting. I didn't know they actually used that in college level.
Yeah, I didn't either. I thought they were still usually coaches' signs is kind of what you see in college. I thought they were still using that.
Does look like there was a little bit of change, and umpire's calling safe. I'm not sure what that means. I guess maybe safe change. Pollock makes his way back. Lynn now set to deliver is a 0-1 count. And the pitch is ripped off. As Jameson says, the count sits at 1-0. Lynn trying to settle down here, find himself stuff.
Absolutely not. You have Horizon League play starting next week. You want to be able to save as many arms as possible for that.
That's ball on the outside, 2-0. Lynn now trying to take a deep breath, settle in. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Count moves to 2-1. Kruger was looking to send that ball out there to Valhalla in left field.
I mean, all the swings have taken so far today have just been absolute, swings at it. Not trying to poke anything in there, trying to hit this ball as hard as they can.
Again, we got a 1-0 ball game after back-to-back doubles by Youngstown State as I update the scoreboard. Swing and a miss for strike 2. Count now goes to 2-2. Big out right here for Lynn if he can get it. Kruger steps out, takes a deep breath, settles back in. Lynn now Rover getting held on at second. 2-2's fouled off. Resetting the batter's box. Count is sitting at 2-2 for Lynn, looking for that strikeout punch. Not crazy known as a strikeout as Caden is, but still can put him down if need be. And a pitch. That ball is ground ball. Back, shortstop dives, and it hits the second baseman. Scatters away, and no one will be out on that one. Umpire calls time. There will now be men on first and third.
Yeah, I mean, right there. I think it was just a bit of miscommunication by the Norse. They both tried to make the same play on the ball, but they weren't. Neither one were able to on that.
We have first and third, nobody out. Cole Smith stepping to the plate for the Penguins. He is from Alabama.
Yeah, I mean, Smith out here, he's batting .299, 5 home runs, 36 RBIs in the season. He's definitely going to be trying to look to add to that amount.
Third baseman playing in a little bit. First baseman holding Kerger on at first. Lynn looking over. That's a lefty. He's got a little bit of advantage to it. Pitch, breaking ball, and that hits him. So we want to have bases loaded for Youngstown State and no outs.
Yeah, I mean, nothing intentional there. The ball looked like it might have hit him in the helmet a bit. Right now you have a mound visit. Pollock's going out trying to settle down Lynn. Not really the best start to the game for the Norse.
Yeah, as the rest of the team now comes in and from the infield, just trying to talk things out, settle them down. You know, we know, and I mean when I say this, we know NKU can score the runs. The thing is, though, they need a performance from the pitcher. So if maybe he can hold them to another run, at most 2,
yeah,
they'll be okay.
I mean, absolutely. And really, the thing is, it's not the fact that you're giving up base runners. It's the fact you're giving up base runners that really they haven't earned. I mean, did not go down as an error, but you had a very close play over there at first with the miscommunication. Now you have a guy on first after hit by pitch.
Infield playing double play outside the third baseman who is playing in. Ball is fouled up in the air. Pollock trying to get it. And it's out of play. So count go 0-1. Stepping to the plate for Youngstown State is Garrett Cutting, number 16, the right-hander from Nevada. Lynn settling in, needing to get out of this. Strikeout here would be huge. And the pitch. Hit hard, straight to the second baseman, backhands it. 4, 6, 3 twin killing, so the run will score. However, double play is performed. Nice backhand stop there by the second baseman to turn that double play.
Yeah, I mean, a big play right there for NKU. That's now their 35th double play that they've turned this season.
Now stepping up to the plate for Youngstown State is number 37, the left-hander, Nathan Beckley. Runner currently sitting on third. 2-0 ball game. Youngstown State leads. NKU with a shift. As pitch strike 1 comes in. Third baseman playing in. Shortstop playing about where the second baseman normally would play. Second baseman deep into the outfield in between first and second. Lynn delivers. Ball. Count goes 1-1. Lynn looking for a punch out right here or anything to keep that runner stranded at third. Set to deliver. And the pitch. That ball is hit up in the air, going foul down the third base line and out of play. Count now moves to 1-2.
I mean, on the season, Beckley, 31 RBIs, 277 average.
I will say it's kind of interesting that Smith hits in the 4-hole for them. Looking back at it, you mentioned he only has 5 home runs on the year. Meanwhile, Fossum having 20. You would think that would be your normal 3 or 4-hole hitter.
Yeah, I mean, I think right now for Youngstown, you're seeing it a lot more in baseball where they really don't look at the powers. That ball's taken for,
Second
2-2.
ball. Yep.
Really, they just put their absolute best hitter at first. They don't really look at the power. They don't look at anything. They just say, you're the best. You're going first, second, third.
Makes a lot of sense as Lynn, again, trying to get out of this jam. Sets back, runner on third. We got a 2-2 count. Set to deliver. Takes a deep breath. And the pitch. That ball is hit up in the air and looks like it's staying in the infield. Third baseman coming over, calling it in foul territory, and we'll come up with it for out number 3. So we will go to the bottom of the first with the North coming to bat. Youngstown State 2, North 0. We'll be right back with you after this break. Thanks to the Northerner. We're through the top of the first here at Bill Aker Baseball Complex. Josh Northcutt here alongside Jamison Howard as Youngstown State jumped out to an early 2-0 lead. However, they're now taking the field for the bottom half of the first inning. Jamison, who's going to get a start today for the Penguins?
Yeah, so, I mean, after the late scratch, now starting is number 15, Mitchell Seymour. He's a redshirt sophomore out of Ohio. Really, looking at his stats, he's not pitched a lot this season. Only 4 2/3 innings played. He's not made a start yet. Really, they're kind of just throwing him out to the wolves now against this NKU offense.
Well, as we mentioned, that scratch probably played a big role in that. You weren't projected to play, and then somebody gets hurt. Hopefully it's not too bad, and he'll be able to go for them next week in the Rising League tournament. But we look to be underway here as Tyler Shannyfelt steps up to the plate.
Yeah, I mean, for Youngstown, this is just probably going to be a bullpen game for them. Able to see what happens with, again, not much pressure. They're kind of stuck on the 4 seed no matter typically what happens.
And the pitch, Shandyfeld looks to bunt, takes ball 1. And what we mean by that, and I meant to explain that earlier, was that Youngstown State sits in the 4 seed, and as long as Wright State does not get swept, and then Youngstown State gets swept, they will remain the 4 team. So it's pretty safe to say they are the 4 seed. As Shaneyfeld hits that ball deep in the left field. Left fielder going back to the wall, and that baby is gone. Home run, Tyler Shaneyfeld. Doesn't show that much power, but he sent that just over the wall, and NKU cuts the lead 2-1.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. That's only Shaneyfeld's 4th home run of the season, but wow, what a big bomb. And honestly, you're trying to set a tone for the game, set a mood. What better way to do it than that?
I mean, a celebration at home plate with Mav and Marcus Harrison as Harrison steps up to the plate.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. You have a guy pitching out here he's not pitched that much. You have to get on top, maybe rattle him some and see what you can make happen.
Well, he definitely rattled him there as that ball is thrown in the dirt in the left-hander batter's box for ball number 1. You mentioned the best of their partner. Just rattle him. He wasn't expected to start today. Maybe he was expected to go out of the bullpen. But now he's got to step up in this situation and be a starter and face his tough NKU lineup. That ball's fouled. Count goes to 1-1. Gabe Miranda sits on deck.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. At this point, if you're NKU, you've got to honestly play aggressive at this point. Try and get hits, see what you can make happen, but also don't swing at bad pitches.
This pitch comes in, and it is now a 1-2 count. Blows that right by him. Marcus Harrison trying to sit back in there as that high fastball gets him to chase a little bit. Again, Miranda sitting on deck as Harrison gets the 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball taken for ball 2. Count moves to 2-2. Again, we're sitting at a 2-1 ball game after Tyler Shaneyfeld sent that ball just over the left field wall, and I mean just over. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Down goes Harrison for out number 1.
Now batting for the Norse, the first baseman, number 26, Gabe Miranda.
Now stepping up is the left-handed power hitter, Gabe Miranda. Going to need to step up big today now that Davenport is not in the lineup.
Yeah, I mean, right now, for NKU, all eyes have to be on Miranda. You need him to have a big game if you want a chance without Davenport in the lineup.
Set deliver from the windup. Ball 1. Count goes to 1-0. Third baseman playing a little bit in, thinking Miranda could bunt. Meanwhile, small shift.
Yeah, I mean, on the season, 10 home runs, 13 doubles for Miranda.
That ball is ripped hard down the right field line, but foul. Straightens that one out. That's going to be a stand-up double with ease. Count moves to 1-1. NKU trying to get out of this 2-1 hole. As Miranda steps back to the plate. Set to deliver, and the pitch. Breaking ball hit high, far, deep into right center.
Get out.
Was going. Gone. Gabe Miranda with the swing of a bat ties this one up. 2-2 ball game, and that one was a no-doubter crush to the Valhalla.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. The pitcher on the mound, he knows he should not have thrown that pitch a second left the bat for Miranda. Absolutely brilliant hitting by him. We have a tie ball game, brand new ball game now for the Norse.
As I mentioned when Lynn was on the mound, you know this Norse team can score a run, especially on a hot day like this. The power and the pop is there, so we are now tied 2-2. As Sam Bond steps up to the plate.
Yeah, I mean, Sam Bond on the season has not hit his first home run yet, as that ball's taken low, ball 1. Another ball in the dirt. Really, maybe not finding his command early for this pitcher.
Kind of understandable, though, as he's set to deliver. Down in the dirt again. That breaking ball's taken for ball 2.
Yeah, I mean, for us, we learned about him pitching, 5 minutes before first pitch. So I don't know how long the coach knew, but it might have legit been a spur-of-the-moment type thing.
As his pitch is set to deliver. Ball in the dirt, 3-0 count.
And also looking at the Youngstown pin, they already have somebody warming up for them.
Kind of got a feel for the kid. Just kind of thrown out there to the Wolves, as you mentioned. Just like, hey, go face this tough Norse lineup, and you've got like 2 minutes to get warmed up.
Yeah. I mean, this NKU team, it's not just how good they are. That's taken ball 3. No, ball 4. That's a walk. But it's just the fact that also, I mean, this team's motivated. They want to get that by. They're going to do whatever it takes to get that.
The Bond takes the walk. Stepping up to the plate is Josh Williams.
Number 29, Josh Williams.
Yeah, I mean, for Williams, he comes in this game, 12 home runs, 54 RBIs on the season.
Interesting to see him in the 5-hole today. But the way Bond gets on base, as we mentioned before the game when we were talking off air, he finds ways on. He gets hit quite a bit as he walked that one. First pitch underway, and that is ball taking 5 straight balls. So you got to think the Norse is not going to be swinging here until he throws a strike.
Yeah, I mean, Bond, he's only played 31 games this season. He's been hit 17 times, most by anybody on the team by a decent margin. That closest is 10.
Seymour takes a hard look over there at first base. And the pitch. Taking him outside. Count goes to 2-0. 6 straight balls.
Yeah, I have to guess maybe if he walks him, do you go to the pin this early, or do you maybe see if you can get one more out?
Nah, I think it's got to be bullpen time. I wouldn't be surprised to see it immediately after his bat, no matter the outcome, as the pitch is finally thrown across for a strike. And a little bit of a smile from Seymour. Count sits at 2-1. We got a 2-2 ball game after back-to-back or after solo shots from Shaneyfeld and Miranda. And the pitch. Ball outside. Count goes 3-1. Williams kind of looking at the bat as if he wants to swing, but he can't. He hasn't gotten a pitch to be able to swing at.
Yeah, I mean, also the thing is, with this pitcher, he's not like he's throwing close balls and strikes. These are very off the plate so far.
And the pitch, that ball's fouled off. Count moves full. So we got 3-2 count, 1 out, man on first base for the Norse. 2-2 ball game. Only in the bottom of the first, so it has been an action-packed game to start. Seymour steps off. Plays with the rosin bag a bit as he now gets set from the stretch. Looking over at first. And throws over. Dives back easily.
Yeah, I mean, Bond on the season, he's only 1 for 2 on stolen bases. Not really what he's known for.
Yeah, catchers usually don't steal bases. Well, this is like JT Realmuto. I can't really think of any. Maybe Dalton Varsaro when he came up, but that's about it. And the pitch. As that's ripped hard. And fair down the first base line. That was difficult to see. Williams will be standing up easy. Dizzy's sending Bond around, and he's going to go home. And he's gonna get there easy.
He's sending, and he sends Williams home inside the park home run. As the ump calls it, something's going on in the outfield. Not sure what. Maybe the ball got stuck.
Not sure what happened.
I mean, they're calling it a run, so it looks like inside the park home run for Josh Williams.
Third base and second base. So they're going to call, the umpires are calling him back to third and second. Dizzy looking over with the umpire, which, by the way, if you didn't watch Tuesday's game, Dizzy was tossed from it. And if you remember from the games that we were calling previously, it was bound to happen eventually. Dizzy's been fired up lately, sometimes not getting the calls for his team, and he is a manager who will fight for every inch when it comes to his players.
Yeah, I mean, I think for Dizzy, that Kentucky game, you kind of had a feeling something was about to go down for him. He was heating up there, and then as it looks like this will be a mound visit and a pitching change going on for Youngstown with second and third, 1 out.
Pitching change is definitely coming, so we'll go ahead and take a quick break as the pitching change gets made, and we'll let you know who's coming in for the Penguins right after this. And we're back here at Bill Aker Baseball Complex at Friendship Field as we've got a pitching change for the Youngstown State and a 2-2 ball game, 1 out. Runners on second and third after some kind of interference type situation got called out there in the outfield. Not sure what it was. Unfortunately, we got a dugout blocking our way from where the ball was. But anyway, back to here. Jamison, who is on the mound today for Youngstown State?
Yeah, so coming in is number 35, Southpaw, Braden Gebhardt. Coming into this game, 9.27 ERA. He's made 17 appearances, 33 innings pitched. So he is a long relief guy for the Penguins out here.
He's also the definition of what would be known as a student athlete, as he won, or as he was awarded one of the Horizon League academic teams, I should say, that we'll speak about a little bit later on in the game. But now stepping up to the plate is arguably Jameson's favorite player, the catcher, Jake Pollock.
Yeah, I mean, Pollock, if you guys don't remember, he had one game where I was kind of talking down on his ability to throw out base runners, but he was able to prove me wrong, and like Josh said, he is one of my favorites on the team.
Gebhardt set to deliver, runner on second and third. As mentioned, only one out. Ball taken on the outside, count goes 1-0. Right side of the infield playing in for Youngstown State.
Yeah, I mean, right now you want to make sure the bunt doesn't happen. NKU likes to do that type of stuff, so very much trying to prevent that.
Third baseman, though, playing very deep. Pollock takes that for strike one. Sit out 1-1 count. As I mentioned, that third baseman is playing super deep, almost in the outfield, that if Pollock was able to bunt one down the third base line, he's going to beat that out with ease. However, he takes that on the outside. The bunt will go away, moving the count to 1-2. Pollock pounds his chest a little bit to say, hey, that was on me. Again, we got a 2-2 ball game, one out here. North's looking to add some on as there's a runner on second and third. And the pitch. Breaking ball ripped hard and just in front of the right fielder. One run will score either as Dizzy holds up the runner at third. So we'll have first and third now with the North on top, 3-2.
Yeah, I think that's a good hold there by Dizzy. Especially what happened, I mean, last time against Tennessee, sent him, got thrown out. Very good to just kind of be patient and see what else can happen.
Rowe will step up to plate. With one out, looking to get a runner in here as there's a runner on first and third.
Yeah, I mean, for Rowe, 30 RBIs on the season.
Steps into the batter's box. Gebhardt wasting no time. Looks over at first, and the pitch. Looks to be bunting. Pulls back. Count goes 1-0. Third baseman again playing way back. That, I mean, if you can punt this down the third base line, he can beat that out easily.
Yeah, I mean, Rowe, 2 sacrifice hits on the season.
Gebhardt set to deliver. And the pitch. Swing. And he calls it. He went around. Count goes 1-1. Home plate umpire called that strike. Infield kind of moving around a little bit with the shift, pending what's going on. Be interesting to see maybe if a hit and run situation to avoid a double play for the North. And from the pitch. Strike low on the outside corner. 1-2. Looks in. Set to throw this 1-2 pitch. Checks out first base. And he throws over. Back easy. Solid pickoff move there, though, by the left-hander. Always difficult to steal on. I used to always fall for that as a kid. I saw that leg go up, and I'm like, I'm just going to go. Right? You can't throw over. Oh, wait, no, yes, you can. A little rocking from the stretch. Looks back over at first base. And the pitch. Runner is going. Strike him out. And he's going to get in. And the runner from home is going to get in as well. So the runner steals second and home. Norse take a 4-2 lead despite the strikeout.
Yep, and I mean, right there, really not sure what fully happened. I mean, second baseman, he was able to field it cleanly, just did not get it back home. Maybe didn't realize what was happening. Notice, really nobody was yelling runner, just who knows what just transpired. But either way, it's a 4-2 Norse lead now.
As Jake Altman steps to the plate. Sorry if you can hear me sniffle a little bit at home, folks. A little bit under the weather due to basically my entire household being sick right now. As that count is taken for 0-1. Youngstown State trying to get out of this, only trailing by 2 in a 4-2 ball game. Altman takes that way outside. Count goes 1-1. If we're just joining us, Shannyfelt and Miranda had two solo shots, and then Bond was able to walk and score, and Williams just stole home plate to make it a 4-2 ball game. Altman trying to get that runner in from second. And that ball's hit. Second baseman picks it and gets him out at first by a nice scoop. Nice pick, nice scoop, and that will do it. However, the Norse were able to take a 4-2 lead going into the second. We'll be right back with you right after this break. One inning down here at Bill Aker Baseball Complex as the score sits Norse 4, Youngstown State 2. Lynn back in the throw for a second inning of work, and hopefully a little bit better performance at the bottom of the lineup for Youngstown State is coming up, and Shannon, Goodwin, and Brown. Shannon steps in the plate as Lynn sets to deliver from the windup. Strike beautifully thrown on the outside corner. Brady Shannon, a sophomore from Youngstown, Ohio, hometown kid. And the deliver. Foul ball. Count goes to 0-2. Pitcher's count right here. Lynn now steps back. As Shannon now steps to the plate. Again, it's an 0-2 count. And a pitch. That ball is hit up in the air, deep to left field. Left fielder going back. However, that one will not be caught. And it is a home run by Brady Shannon as the hometown kid cuts it to a 4-3 ball game.
Yeah, I mean, that's now his 9th home run of the season. I mean, he just got a hold of one that he could hit, and I mean, now for the Norse, it's down to a 1-run lead now.
Not exactly what you're hoping for from Lynn. As Shannon looked like he was passing some words of encouragement on there to Nick Goodwin, who stepped into the plate from Washington. Goodwin, a junior from Washington. And the pitch. Nice breaking ball on the outside, taken for strike one. It's important for Lynn to settle down here. Kind of forget about it. That's only one batter damage done. It's 4-3 ball game. We still got the lead. As he throws another breaking ball across. Count goes 0-2.
Yeah, I mean, for the Penguins, Nick Goodwin, not somebody who plays every day, only 17 games played. This is his 9th start of the season for him, batting .219.
Swing and a miss. Strike 3. Down goes the first batter.
Yeah, I mean, that's a big strikeout there for Connor Lynn. You gave the home run, but just get back into it.
The center fielder number 2, Eli Brown.
Eli Brown now steps to the plate from Bowling Green, Ohio, the senior outfielder. Sure, just like us, is pretty excited that he had graduated. Lynn now. And the pitch. Taken on the outside, strike 1. It's interesting, he's throwing that breaking ball to start a lot of these at-bats, but he's pinpointing them beautifully on the black. Brown now set to deliver. And that's ripped hard past his shortstop's outreach of his right hand, and that will be a base hit. Stopping at first, though.
Yeah, I mean, for NKU, you now bring up Kyle Fossum with a runner on first. Not the ideal situation now for Connor Lynn.
Hey, you know what, though? I can believe in Lynn right here, turn a nice little double play, but it does look like the pitching coach will come out and give a quick conversation. Don't think it's a pitching change due to it not being dizzy. Just a little small conversation, maybe to kind of tell him, hey, do you really want to pitch this guy? Do you want to think about maybe facing the next guy? It's all, I guess, pending what he says. As they talk things over. Again, we have a 4-3 ball game here. Norse on top. Currently, Youngstown State has 3 runs, 5 hits, no errors. And the Norse have 4 runs, 4 hits, no errors.
Yeah, and I mean, on the season, Kyle Fossum, he's grounded into 3 double plays on the season. Really not what he's known for out there.
No, there's a reason why the scouts are here today. It's to see this kid and how well he...
As they intentionally walk him, it looks like. Maybe not?
No.
Okay.
I think it was just to let him know that was the first mound visit. It'd be interesting to walk somebody and put the tying run on second, even this early in the game. That'd be showing a lot of respect to most likely the Horizon League Player of the Year. As he checks down at third base. Stepping back in. Lynn looking for a double play as there's a kind of a shift going on here for the Norse. Breaking ball taken for strike 1. Again, first pitch breaking ball. Second baseman playing just to the left of second base. Shortstop playing normal position. Third hogging the line just a little. So there is a gap wide open as the first baseman is holding on Brown. Lynn looking for a double play ball right here. And the 0-1. Ball's hit in the air. Going back. And that one is gone. Fossum does what he does best and sends one over. Pitch left hanging. And it is now a 5-4 ball game. Youngstown State on top.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Just he got a hold of one right there. And something I did not fully realize coming into this, in the Horizon League, probably the most impressive thing I've seen, his slugging goes up to .901 in Horizon play.
That's pretty filthy. That's wow. Now stepping to the plate is number 6, Tommy Rover, the senior from California. Last at bat, he doubled in Fossum.
As now Dizzy's coming out to the mound.
Had to think maybe Lynn was on a pitch count thinking about next week, and you kind of treat maybe this Thursday matchup like a Tuesday with a short rest. So we're going to take a quick break as we get a pitching change and let you know who's coming in for the Norse. All right, we're back here at Friendship Field as Youngstown State has put 3 up and only have 1 down, so they'll be looking to add more. However, NKU has made a call to the bullpen, and there will be a pitching change as the ace is coming out of the pen. Jameson, tell us about him.
Yeah, so coming in is number 15, Caden Eschman. He's typically our Friday starter. He's the ace of this NKU pitching staff. 3.64 ERA, best on the team this season. The big stat, though, 47 innings pitched, 73 strikeouts. Absolute strikeout artist out there. Last time out, he struck out 9. We need a big game from him tonight.
It'll be interesting to see how long they keep him in, and also the mindset of why is he coming out of the pen? Why didn't he start today? Maybe something I can ask Dizzy about after the game, but he also knows his players a lot better. I know he's been dealing with an elbow issue a little bit, so maybe he wasn't set to go 6. Maybe he can give you 3 on a good day as a long relief type situation. But the Norse will need him to absolutely settle things down, as again, it is a 5-4 ball game. Youngstown State on top, only in the top of the second. Again, stepping to the plate is Tommy Rover, the senior from California. Hit an RBI double last time up. The knock-in falls him. Now Rover steps to the plate, takes that deep breath, settles in. First pitch set, and that is ripped hard down the right field line. Gonna be fair and trouble. He's rounding first easy, standing on second, no problem. Another double for Rover. I'll be the first to admit I didn't know a lot about this Youngstown State team coming in this one, but their hitters are very impressive.
Yeah, I mean, looking through their lineup, it's kind of a lot like NKU where you have a lot of very high average, very high power at the top. But then as you go down, you kind of start seeing less and less of that. So it's going to be interesting to see. Maybe this becomes a game of which bottom of the lineup can produce.
Now coming up is Braden Kerger. Had an infield single last time up. Ashman from the stretch delivers that first pitch strike. Count moves to 0-1. Kerger takes a deep breath, looks at his bat as if it did something wrong. Now Ashman gets settled. Rover standing on second, held on by the second baseman. 0-1's taken high, 1-1.
Yeah, and last time against Youngstown, he went 6 innings, 4 hit, 2-run baseball, 9 innings against, or 9 strikeouts against them as well.
Yeah, he is a strikeout fiend. He can definitely punch down with the best of them. It'll be interesting to see how he handles the bullpen move here, though. And the pitch, swing and a miss. Count goes 1-2. Looked like Kerger was trying to send that ball over the left field wall. Instead, misses and whiffs. Again, we got a 5-4 ball game here. Ashman gets set. And pitch, swing, and a miss. Doing what he does best and strike out. 2 down for the Norse. As cleanup hitter Cole Smith steps up to the plate. Got on base by hit by pitch, took a breaking ball to the head, and then was part of that double play. NKU with the slight shift, and as now the shortstop holds the runner on with the left-hander up. Ashman delivers. Way high. Good snag there by Pollock. Youngstown State letting Ashman hear it a little bit. As I'm sure Smith, I wouldn't say he was scared, but a little bit of concern as he got hit in the head last time at bat. And set. Deliver. Strike going low inside corner. Kind of a late call strike, but I'll take it. Count goes 1-1. Smith doesn't exactly agree with it as he shakes his head. Ashman steps off the back of the mound, now gets set. Takes a little bounce. Again, shortstop holding the runner tight. So ball's hit, and Miranda snags it, and that will do it. However, the damage was done by Youngstown State as they take a 5-4 lead going into the bottom of the second. We'll be right back with you. Thanks to the Northerner. As we head to the bottom of the second here at Bill Aker Baseball Complex in a 5-4 ball game. Stepping up to the plate for the Norse is Nolan Sparks, the 9-hole hitter. First pitch taken for a ball one just on the outside corner.
Yeah, I mean, Josh was talking about my favorite player being Jake Pollock. Really don't think Josh has more of a favorite than Nolan Sparks out here.
Hey, I just like to see a spark in the lineup. That's all I'm saying. They set to deliver ball way outside. Count goes 2-0. As I'm getting booed by our man Hunter over here, who did not approve of my spark in the lineup. Count remains 2-0. That's taken for a strike one. Tell you what, that low outside is getting called today, that's for sure.
Yeah, I mean, we talk about it a lot, but I mean, especially at this college level, you have to adjust to what the umpire gives you.
Count now sits at 2-1. Ball's tipped. Caught. 2-2. Sparks again sitting in the 9-hole looking to get on base. So Tyler Shandyfeld is going to have one out there for him. And the pitch. Ball's high. Taken. 3-2. So we sit at full count. Sparks looking to find any way to get on base. Gebhardt looking to get out of it. And a pitch. Swing and a miss. Down goes Sparks for strike out number one.
Now batting for the Norse, the center fielder, number 3, Johnny Shaneyfeld.
Now stepping to the plate is Shaneyfeld, who went deep in a rare occurrence. Wouldn't be a bad thing if he could get one here. Tyler looks to go to bunt, pulls back. Count goes 1-0. Third baseman came in charging hard from his position. Shaneyfeld way back in the plate. Left-hander. 1-0, turns bunt, and that count now goes to 1-1. Didn't like the idea of bunting that one, so he pulled back. Count now sits at 1-1. Again, he got one just over that left field wall last time up. And he puts the bunt down, first base line, and it will roll foul. As Godwin puts his hands on it. Count now goes 1-2.
Yeah, I mean, as you can probably hear, the wind is kind of picking up right now.
Blowing in, though. So, but maybe if signs are anything, that left field wall, the ball is carrying out that way. Count now sits at 1-2. And delivery. Swing on. Pitcher got to come in, make a play.
Safe.
And
As the ball gets away and Shaneyfeld's heading to second, he'll be safe at second.
Thank you for that call, Jameson, because I am not able to see that around the dugout.
Yeah, the ball just got right past the first baseman, not able to pick it up. Easy run over to second for Shaneyfeld.
Now stepping up, number 10, Marcus Harrison, struck out his last time at bat. Shaneyfeld is obviously able to steal sitting out there on second base. 20 plus, I believe, on the year, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, I mean, Shaneyfeld comes into this. He's 25 for 26 on the season.
As that's taking ball or strike on the outside corner. Count goes 0-1.
Yeah, I mean, for Harrison up here, only a 225 batting average. However, a 421 on base. He's walked 29 times in 32 games, or 39 games.
With the second baseman holding Shaneyfeld on tight. As that's low on the outside. A little far outside. Count goes to 1-1. Interesting to watch how the second baseman holds him on because he's playing his position, but also holding Tyler Shaneyfeld tightly. Shaneyfeld could probably get an extra step if he wanted one. And a pitch. You know, looked like it was a running lead, as they like to say. That ball's fouled off, though. 1-2. Looking to settle in now. Trying to get that second out of the inning is Youngstown State. It goes back. Throws it back to the second baseman. Shaney felt back very easy. Maybe thought he got a sign. Just trying to keep Tyler close. It's a 5-4 ball game right here. North's trying to tie it up. The man who you want sitting on second base is out there. On deck is Gabe Miranda. He deals and swing and a miss. Strikeout number 2, unfortunately for Harrison. Third one for Gebhardt.
Now batting for the North, the first baseman, number 26, Gabe
Yeah, and I mean,
Miranda.
you talk about a guy you want up right now. Right now for NKU, Miranda again. Davenport's out for this game. However, now you have Gabe Miranda stepping up with that 337 average and 60 RBIs on the season. Leads the team in that.
He settles in. Slight shift as the shortstop holds. Schenfeld on, ball in the dirt. Count goes 1-0. Miranda looks down at first, then down a bit dizzy at third as he steps back in, takes a breath. Again, Brendan Gebhardt trying to get out of this inning, the junior from Ohio. Looks back. Ball's taken high, 2-0. Gotta wonder if this is a situation with Josh Williams now hitting in the 5-hole behind Sam Bond. This is a intentional walk without intentional walk. Don't give Gabe something to hit. Make Sam Bond beat you.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, again, Bond compared to Miranda.
Ripped hard foul.
I mean, really, Bond, he gets on base a lot. However, he really does not have the pop that Miranda has.
Count sits at 2-1 as that ball was lined directly foul over the Youngstown State dugout. Miranda looking to find a way to get Tyler in as he's held on pretty tightly by the shortstop. Bouncing around, making the pitcher think about him. Ball high. Count goes 3-1.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it some other games where pitchers kind of work very fast. He's working very slow, very methodically right now, waiting until about 3 seconds every time on the pitch clock.
Make the hitter think. Keep an eye on Tyler. As Tyler's bouncing around out there by second base, held on by the shortstop. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Count goes 3-2. So it's 3-2, 2 outs. It'd be an interesting situation right here. Potentially put a hit and run on. Middle of the infield, kind of wide open to the right of the second base. As the second baseman is playing over towards the middle. Nobody holding on to Tyler, and he is off and running. And the gap where the shortstop would normally be is where Miranda puts it. And it is now a tied ball game as Schenefeld easily comes around and scores on a beautiful hit and run. Great call there by Dizzy.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. He really, I mean, you see a shift against you. You got to love to see a player hit it directly where the defense doesn't think you can.
And again, we're now all tied up here at NKU in a 5-5 ball game. Miranda sitting on first. Bond looking for a way to knock him in. He walked his last time at bat. To lefty Gebhardt settling in. Has 3 strikeouts on the day. Looks over at first. And the pitch. Bond takes that first pitch high for ball 1. Again, Bond is very good at finding a way on base. So getting on base here would be very nice to see as Josh Williams sits on deck.
Yeah, I mean, Bond comes up with the 436 on base on the season.
And the pitch. That's hit sharply to the shortstop, charging, and Buddy bobble it, and no throw over to first. Hey, we talk about it all the time. Put the ball in play, make a play. The shortstop was not able to get one there. And now we have first and second as Josh Williams steps to the plate.
Yeah, I mean, that's now the second error of the day against the Youngstown State.
Williams got some power, got some pop. as Nick Godwin goes out halfway between the mound and home plate to give a kind of call to the infield to let them know what's going to go on here.
I mean, for Youngstown, we're seeing it already. They lead the Horizon in errors with 81 on the season.
Well, as you mentioned, they got 2 today now. Hopefully NKU can make them play.
Yeah, 83.
As Josh Williams takes that curveball in for ball 1. Steps out. Gebhardt gets a hard look out there. Little chants and cheers coming from the NKU dugout. Getting into it in this tied ball game. And the pitch. Takes strike 1. Thought about swinging, didn't swing. So we got a 1-1 count, 2 outs. Runners on first and second. Josh Williams looking to deliver here for NKU. And the pitch. That ball's hit hard into the gap. It's going back. Left fielder underneath it and will make the catch. So for the 3rd out of the inning, we will move to the top of the 3rd in a 5-5 ball game. You're listening live to Norse Baseball. Thanks to the Northerner. Welcome back to Bill Aker Baseball Complex at Friendship Field on the beautiful NKU campus as we have a 5-5 ball game going into the top of the 3rd. I am Joshua Northcutt. Alongside me is Jamison Howard, and it has been one that we expected maybe a little bit of a pitching duel, but instead we got runs. That ball's fouled off, and it will be an 0-1 count. Youngstown State currently sits with 5 runs, 7 hits, 2 errors. The Norse 5 runs, 6 hits, no errors. Caden Eschman still on the mound for the Norse after going 2/3 of an inning. And the pitch is aired to their 1-1. Currently at the plate is number 16, Garrett Cutting, the junior out of Nevada. Eschman with the pitch and delivery. Foul ball off. Count will move to 1-2.
Yeah, I mean, Cutting comes into this batting .222. In Horizon League, though, it drops down to .213.
Last time up, he unfortunately grounded into the double play. And I should say unfortunately for Youngstown State. Fortunately for us. We got the 1-2 count. And the delivery. Ball off the mask. Count now moves to 2-2. Again, we have a 5-5 ball game here at the top of the 3rd. Eschman trying to get a strikeout. And delivery. Doesn't get the chase, doesn't get the call. Count goes full. Or no, count goes 2-2. That's weird. Swore it was full, but all right. No, now it says full. Ball's hit up in the air. Center fielder seems to be under it routinely. Shaneyfield makes that catch for out number 1. A little confusing there as it had 1-2. The umpire said 2-2, but it was definitely a full count 3-2. Umpire's now going to talk. Stepping up to the plate for Youngstown State is number 37, Nathan Beckley, the sophomore out of California. I know we mentioned it earlier, but man, they do have a lot of West Coast kids. See, he rips that ball hard, but foul down the first base line. Miranda looked like he was going to make a play on it, but foul. Let it go.
Yeah, I mean, earlier this season, he had 3 hits against NKU.
Settles in here. 0 for 1 on the day. Ashman tries to get him to chase, doesn't. Count goes 1-1. Ashman now looks over at third. And the pitch. Foul ball off. A little bit frustrated right there as Beckley, as I think he decided I wanted that one. And now a big shift on by the Norse, moving the third baseman to go play where the second baseman normally would be. Second baseman playing deep in the outfield, and shortstop just covering the entire left side of the field. Ashman looking for that strikeout pitch, and it's in the dirt. Count goes 2-2. Looks like he's forcing that a little bit once he gets high ahead in the count.
Yeah, I mean, right now he doesn't really have command over that low pitch right now, but he still keeps on trying to go for it. Really can't blame him. I mean, you're going to 1-2 count. Just go for it, see if you can get it.
Count now sits at 2-2 for Ashman, and the delivery. Swing and a miss. Strike him out. That is his second strikeout of the day. Yes, second strikeout of the day. Now stepping up to the plate, number 5, Brady Shannon, the sophomore, hometown kid out of Youngstown, Ohio. Went deep last time at bat. Takes that, though, for strike 1. Ashman trying to get a little bit of revenge right here after giving up the home run to him last time. Swing and a miss, strike 2. This is the Ashman we expect. Looks down at his wrist. Settles in from the stretch. And the pitch. Ball outside. Count moves to 1-2. Sitting at the top of the 3, 1 out, 5-5 ball game. 2 outs, I apologize. NKU looking for that first 1-2-3 inning as that ball is fouled off. Oh, he swings, miss.
And out. Got
And
it.
they called him out at first.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think the batter realized that.
Well, no, the batter's saying he hit it. I thought he hit it too. But I guess it, hold on. So they want to.
Oh, the coach.
Hold on. Yeah, that's what they're arguing about it right now. The coach is talking to them, play umpire.
Coach said, how's he supposed to know?
And he's not wrong.
Yeah.
I mean, you go up. That could look like a foul. They're going to discuss things right now. Going to talk things over. The umpire is just saying, hey, I backed out. Called him out. So that will do it. Drop their strike throw out at first base due to a little bit of confusion, and that will be the first 1-2-3 inning for the Norse. So move it to the bottom of the third. We still have a 5-5 ball game. Stick with us as we have more Norse baseball presented to you by the Northerner. Welcome back, and if you're just joining us, I'm Josh from Northcutt, and with me on the call is Jamison Howard. We're in the bottom of the third in a 5-5 ball game, and we're going to work in here a little bit to tell you a little bit about the series history between these two, as they have been kind of division rivals since NKU made the jump to the Horizon League. However, we will give you the first pitch. And it is in there for strike number one. Jamison, what we got?
Yeah, I mean, coming into this game right now, 33-15 is NKU, 33 wins, 15 losses. Really one of the most dominant forces that they've had for NKU in the Horizon.
As that breaking ball is taken in there for ball one, the count moves to 1-1. Pollock looking to get things started here in this 5-5 ball game. Gebhardt still out there. And the pitch is up in the air. Foul out of territory. Some nice shade coming in for us to make everything feel a little bit better on everybody. Count goes to 1-2. Gebhardt looking to pitch. And the delivery. Ball in the dirt. Count goes 2-2. Looking to settle back in here is Gebhardt. Again, came in the first inning. Has faced 9 batters today. And the pitch. Ball high. Count goes full, 3-2. Again, we are in the bottom of the third. Five ball game. Gebhardt with the pitch. Here it comes. Hit hard, ground ball. Shortstop makes a nice snag from his knees and stands up, makes the play. Very nicely done by the shortstop.
Yeah, I mean, right there. Shortstop, last inning, he had the bobble, went down as an error. He's able to make up for it right there, though, and he's able to throw him out.
Definitely made up for that right there. That is a nice little, what ESPN would call a web gem. Not an easy throw to make. Now stepping up to the plate is Rowe. Struck out in his last at bat. This is his first time seeing Gebhardt. Strike for one. And a pitch. Ball on the outside. Count runs 1-1 with one out. Again, Rowe trying not to strike out this time. Just put the ball in play, make him make a play. Gebhardt delivers. Takes that for strike number 2. Looks over at the dugout, says, hey, that's my bad. That one definitely looked as close down the middle as possibly could be.
Yeah, I mean, for this pitcher, only 42 pitches thrown to 10 batters. Working very quickly, so that one's fouled off to make it a 1-2 count.
Currently sit with Youngstown State 5, 7 hits, 2 errors. Norse 5, 6 hits, no errors. Rowe looking to make something happen. Gebhardt delivers. And a pitch. The ball's hitting foul down the line. Tried to jump on that curveball, but was just a little behind.
And correct me if I'm wrong, is that 4 earned for the Norse, 1 unearned? Or is that right?
That seems right, yes. Because Shaneyfeld reached on an error, so that would be correct, yes. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. Down goes Rowe. Chasing one high for the second time today.
And I will say, I mean, for it being a Thursday night, there's a decent bit of people here. I mean, you have a lot of Youngstown fans in the left field bleachers. Good to see people coming out and supporting their team.
Definitely agree with that. I was going to mention that earlier, that it would be, quote unquote, what can be a jam-packed stadium for what the Norths are able to hold. As the wind is now picking up, as you can hear it come across the mics. Gebhardt delivers that first pitch strike on the inside corner.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this last series when we had the beautiful day on Sunday against Oakland. Even now, I mean, it's nice weather out. People want to watch baseball. People are coming out to enjoy it.
Altman looking to get something started here with 2 down. Get a 2-out rally here as that ball's taken low for 1. Count goes 1 ball, 1 strike. Altman grounded out to the second baseman to end the first inning last time. Youngstown State looking for their first 1-2-3 inning after the Norse just did that. Foul ball off an attempted bunt by Altman. Count goes to 1-2. It's kind of interesting. We had runs, and then potentially 1-2-3, 1-2-3.
Yeah, I mean, both teams are now settling down a bit. Pitchers are working.
Gebhardt, the lefty. Ball high. Wanted that one. Took a little bit step towards the dugout, but that was clearly ball high. Count moves it 2-2. From the stretch. Pitch. Foul ball down the left field. Count remains 2-2. 2 outs. Bottom of the third. Again, and the Norse have pretty much handled this and took 2 of 3 for Youngstown State in Youngstown. Looking to keep that going in a very crucial weekend. Gebhardt, the delivery. Foul ball off again down the left field line, way out of play. Count remains 2-2. Nice at bat here by Altman. Making Gebhardt earn this out if he's going to get it. Claps coming from the Youngstown bench. And that ball is hit, needing to charge. Third baseman misses it, shortstop misses it. Ball will go to the outfield. Altman thinks about going, but the center fielder is able to get it. Miscommunication there between the third baseman and shortstop. Shortstop thought third baseman was getting it. Third baseman missed it. Had the shortstop behind him, but the shortstop was not prepared.
Now batting for the Norse, left fielder, number 9, Nolan Sparks.
Be interesting how they rule that one. They end up calling that a single. Now stepping up is Nolan Sparks. Squares the bunt, ball way high. That one definitely got away. Underrated situation right here, though, to get to the 9-hitter in the bottom of this inning.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. You'll start the next inning 1-2-3.
Assuming he throws the ball into the dirt. Catcher thought he had something going on there, and he slammed the ball about a third of a way near him down to first base line. Ball just kind of slipped as the count now sits at 2-0.
Yeah, I mean, that's one of those things right there where it's just only in college baseball. Not seeing that in the major leagues.
The amount of times that I've done that, though. It's the pitch. That ball was dealt into the dirt. Count moves 3-0. Interesting to see maybe if Sparks gets to swing away here. As Gebhardt tries to complete the inning. And the pitch. Strike on the outside corner, low and away. Count moves to 3-1. Sitting on deck is the top of the lineup in Tyler Schenefeld. Sparks steps back in. Gebhardt takes a look over to the lefty, keeping the runner close. The 3-1. Ground ball to short. Comes in. Makes the
Gets
play.
past the first baseman.
First baseman misses it. Wasn't able to scoop it. Dizzy holds the runner at third. So it will be second and third for the leadoff hitter, Tyler Schenefeld, coming up.
As that's going to be the third error of the day on Youngstown.
Got to make him pay, though. That is the key here.
And it looks like pitching coach is coming out to talk to.
Nobody warming up, so maybe this is to give somebody time to warm up. Maybe they're just going to talk things out, but we're going to take a quick break while I cough and I don't do it over air. We'll be right back with you after this one. And we're back here at Friendship Field in a 5-5 ball game, but there's 2 runners out there for the leadoff hitter, Tyler Shaneyfeld.
Yeah, I mean, Shaneyfeld, he went deep earlier today. Would love to see that again.
Reached on an air also as he puts down a bunt and it pops way up. Easy play for the third baseman to catch the ball in foul territory. Not what you want to see if you're a Norse fan. So we will head to the bottom of the 4th in a 5-5 ball game. We'll be right back with you. Thanks to the Northerner. And we're back. Josh Northcutt here with Jamison Howard. Through the first 3 innings, we've seen a little bit of everything. Errors, runs, home runs, base knocks, strikeouts. It's been a little bit of everything, small ball, big ball. But things are settling in this 5-5 ball game as NKU sat down Youngstown State 1-2-3. And then Youngstown State was able to get out of the inning facing 1 extra batter.
Yeah, and I mean, for the Norse, you have some substitutions going on. Mark Nowak is coming in. So that ball's fouled back, 0-1. Mark Nowick, my apologies, is coming out, playing center field, and then Shaneyfeld's coming in and playing second. So a bit defensive realignment now for the Norse.
Be interesting to see how that moves things around when we get to the lineup part of the situation. However, Eshman set to deliver here. Ball on the outside, count goes 1-1. Youngstown State bench lets them know good.
Yeah, I mean, and for Mark, the person they just put into center, really not that many appearances, only 5 at-bats on the season. So I'll be curious to see if Dizzy lets him swing at some.
As that ball is hit sharply to third baseman, backhanded, thrown over to first, and picked nicely by Miranda for out number 1. Very nice play. For those at home, that was a 5-3 impressive putout. Now coming up is number 2, Eli Brown, a senior from Bowling Green, Ohio. Eshman continuing to try to work after coming in and just throwing dominant stuff, that which NKU just knows him for. Just gets that swing and a miss for strike number 1. So far, Eshman has now just completed his 2nd inning of work, allowing no runs and only 1 hit, striking out 3. Pitch is beautifully placed on the outside corner. Count goes 0-2. As I mentioned, that outside corner has been one that he's been calling all day, and Eshman just found it perfectly. Sitting at 0-2. Pitcher's pitch right here. Eshman definitely won't give him anything to hit. This ball goes high. Count now sits at 1-2. A little bit of delay as Dizzy was running behind the backstop. But now Eshman delivers, and that ball is hit deep to center field. Going back as the center fielder to the wall, off of it, and going to be going into second, going to third. There may be a play in there, and there calls him safe.
Yeah, I mean, right there, not really well played by Nowick out there. I mean, he lets it hit off the wall. Really wasn't playing back, had to run towards it. Just really not the best defense right there.
Got to be interesting to see maybe how many times he's taken balls off that wall. But now stepping up to the plate is Fossum. He has a double and home run on the day. Be interesting to see if Dizzy lets him swing or you maybe just take your shots with Rover. That makes Brown 2 for 2 on the day with a single in his first at bat. Ashman, though, arguably the best pitcher in the Horizon League versus the best player in the Horizon League. First pitch inside for ball 1. Ashman takes a look at his wrist. You got to believe he knows what Fossum can do. Set to deliver the pitch. Ball's hit deep into the left field. Bat flip and all. Umpire tells him to get going. However, 2-run shot by Fossum as he jogs around the bases.
Yeah, I mean, right there, absolutely got a piece of it. Second home run of the night, 1 double go along with it as well. But also, I mean, something you're seeing a lot in college baseball, umps are not liking the big bat flips anymore. They're telling them, hey, get a move on. Do not just sit and watch it, stuff like that.
Looks like there was... Looks like something just happened here. Interesting situation. This might be a warning, potentially a toss to the first base coach. Right now, the home plate umpire is talking to the manager. Everybody quietly listening. All right. Everybody kind of settles down there. It looks like there might have been a little bit of a warning. Manager almost thought he might have got tossed as well.
Yeah, I mean, if I had to guess, Fossum, umpire did not like what Fossum was doing, and the coaches thought it was just fine. But at the end of the day, it looks like nobody got tossed, and it's time to just play some more baseball.
Swing and a miss as Ashton gets that first one right there. Settling back in here as we had a little bit of that delay as we try to figure out what was going on. It is an 0-1 count now, only 1 out. Youngstown State just took a 7-5 lead. And the deliver. Ball fouled off. Count moves 0-2. It is one of those situations, though, where I can't help but question just a little bit. Maybe you walk him, face the number 2 hitter. I know he's 2 for 2 on the day as well, but he's not Fossum.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, at the end of the day, like we keep on saying, he's probably the best hitter in the Horizon. You're going up against Caden. I mean, he's not bad, but again, Horizon League pitching, not really the best all in all.
But he is the best,
yes,
though, in NKU, Scott. So maybe it's trusting your best versus their best and seeing what happened. And unfortunately, this time around, it did not go well for the Norse.
Yeah, I mean.
That ball is fouled off. We got an 0-2 count, 1 out. Things have slowed down just a little bit since that home run. Conversations are being had.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be curious to see if maybe the umpire, not saying somebody's going to get tossed, but just in terms of controlling the game, if he's able to.
Ball gets way away from Caden on that one. Count goes 2-2. And when I say way away, I mean that was high, and if there was a hitter over there on the right side of the batter's box, it would have hit his head.
That's
We got another time.
Pointing towards something.
And they call a batter in the clock.
And now we have more arguments going on about if pitch clock violation potentially, strike 3.
So they're arguing about it now. And he's explaining what happened.
Got it. Now ump's explaining to the manager now what happened.
And they are going to call him strikeout number 3. The first time I've seen the batters strike out there
So
for out number 2. Kind of explaining the situation. The umpire said that it was not a foul ball. The next pitch was a high on the outside, and then the clock restarted, and the batter did not get back in time. So we're still currently sitting in the top of the 4th. 7-5 ball game, Youngstown State on top. Caden trying to get out of this after giving up that 2-run shot to Folsom. Limit the damage a little bit. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. He was looking to send that ball out there. Tell you what, that's one thing. Gerger swings for the fences every time he's swinging that bat.
yeah, I mean that's kind of something really noticing a lot with Youngstown. Everybody they want to hit that home run.
That ball's fouled off towards the NKU dugout. Count moves to 1-2. Well, they do have some pop in that lineup, so it's not too surprising, as we've seen today. Multiple extra base hits, 3 home runs. Caden set to deliver. 1-2. And this comes. Swing, foul tip, strike 3, batters out. Kerger frustrated. However, damage was done again as Fossum took Eshman deep, and we move to the bottom of the 4th. Youngstown State 7, North 5. We'll be right back with you after the break. Back here at Bill Aker Baseball Complex at Friendship Field, the North currently trail 7-5 after a 2-run spot there in the 4th. But coming up to the plate will be Marcus Harrison.
That's Mark Nowak.
Oh, that is Mark Nowak, is it? That was a change that happened?
Yeah. I think.
We'll have to take a quick look as he hopefully makes contact with the baseball right here. And the pitch. Strike on the outside corner.
Yeah, it's Nowak. I mean, coming into this game, only played 19 games, .042 batting average, 1 for 24 on the season. And
falls out in the count 0-1, and ball sails way high.
Yeah, and also coming in for Youngstown, first baseman Jay Rona is coming in.
The freshman out of Pennsylvania. As he gets set from the bump. And the pitch. A ball hit high in the right field. Right fielder going back. Going to be camped underneath it, though, for out number 1.
Yeah, I mean, good piece of hitting right there. Nowak, if I'm not mistaken, he's a freshman out of Florence, Kentucky.
That would be correct. Let's local kid out of Cooper.
See, I know my players.
I mean, that is what I pay you to do. Wait, you get paid? We got one down here. Gebhardt still on the mound for Youngstown State. So ball's taken high for one. Count goes 1-0. Miranda currently stepping up to the plate. 2 for 2 today. Home run and a single. Gebhardt set. Curveball taken in there for strike one. Counts go 1-1.
Yeah, I mean, I find it interesting. I don't know if Harrison maybe hurt or what went on there in this decision to put Nowak in there at center field.
Maybe just to get some experience out there. Is that it looks a swing, does not. Count goes 2-1.
And
Youngstown State does not agree.
Yeah, and as I just learned, Harrison got hit in the face with a ball. That's causing him to come out for today.
That would do it. Gebhardt looking. Swing and a miss, strike two. Count now sits at 2-2. 7-5 ball game. Youngstown State currently 7 runs, 9 hits, 3 errors. The North sitting 5 runs, 7 hits, no errors. And the pitch. That's a ball there. Count goes full. Ball wasn't even really close there, so Miranda making him throw him a strike.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like every plate appearance with Miranda, he works that count. Even if it's not the best result, he's making that pitcher work for it.
And the pitch. Gabe hits that ball deep in the left. Left fielder going back. Coming in. Makes the catch on the warning track for out number 2. Just missed that one. Now coming up in an on-deck circle, trying to get something started with 2 outs. Is number 18, Sam Bond. He reached both times at bat, once via walk and the other error. Got to give credit here to Gebhardt coming in and giving his best stuff and best work.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. He was the first pitcher out of the pen after that pitch was taken for a strike. After, I would call it a blow-up start by the starting pitcher out there. But he's come in, he's settled down a lot, and he's been able to work.
Count currently sits at 0-1. Bond looking to get something started. A little 2-out rally. Ball's high. Pitcher is not named Sally. Count sits at 1-1. Credit to Bond because he has a great eye out there. He's got to come as a catcher. He's got to play a big role in that. As he said, deliver the pitch. Takes it low on the outside for strike 2. Hitter's got to know. As he does a little bit of Sean Casey type back glove. Ties it back up, pounds his chest saying, hey, that's my bad, coach. Setting in there now. And to deliver. Ball's hit softly right in front of first base. Pitcher trying to beat Sam over. And he will. So unfortunately for the Norse, they go down 1-2-3 for the first time today. Scoreless in back-to-back innings. And we move on to the top of the 5th. Youngstown State 7, Norse 5. We'll be right back with you. Thanks to the Northerner. We've reached the 5th here at Bill Aker Baseball Complex, but let's take a moment and check in on the latest Horizon League matchup that matters most to the Norse. Jameson?
Yeah, so Milwaukee currently down 5-3 against Oakland. And really for NKU, if they want a chance at the number 2 seed, they need wins and they need Milwaukee to lose.
Well, part of it's being done now, but the other part is not, as Caden Eschman looks to make another inning of work here as that ball is hit in the left center. Going back is the left fielder, trying to get to the wall, and over. It will go. Home run number 20. Cole Smith, the senior out of Alabama.
Yeah, I mean, that's his 6th of the season.
And I believe that is called an announcer jinx. As I mentioned, having only 5 home runs from your cleanup hitter wasn't exactly the most common thing, and then he decides to drop one on us. So I apologize to the Norse fans at home. That is on me, as the game now sits at 8-5.
Yeah, I mean, really, this is easily the most home runs we've seen in a game this season so far, at least that we've called. As he's saying first base, umpire says he went. 0-1 count.
0-1 count. Youngstown State disagrees as they were screaming repeatedly, no, no, no. But count sits at 0-1 as he did not check swing. Eschman trying to settle back in. That ball's now hit up in the right center field. Nowak's underneath it for out number 1.
Yeah, I mean, right now for Caden, he does not give that many home runs. He's only given up, I believe, coming into this game 5 on the season. That's now the 7th that he's given up after giving up the 2. He's now up to 7 after giving up 2.
So we sit at an 8-5 ball game. Youngstown State has put up 10 hits this game.
Actually, correction to that. He's only given up 4 home runs before today.
As he gets a swing and a miss right there, and the count moves to 0-1. Again, that's not exactly common things for Eschman, but you know some things will happen. The ball was obviously flying out of the park, and you know your team can score some runs. 5 is not what the Norse are going to end up with. As he gets another swing and a miss, and the count goes 0-2.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of the thing about mid-major college baseball. Truly anything can happen. I mean, a team can randomly put up a 5 spot anywhere. It's a fun time.
Absolutely is a fun time as Eschman is set to deliver. The pitch just low. It misses. Count goes 1-2. Looking to make work here. And sit down, good one. Actually, that ball's fouled off to the left.
Also, I mean, majority of this game it's been cloudy. The sun's starting to peek out now as well here at the Bill Aker Baseball Complex.
That it is. It is also getting very warm, which can explain why the ball is flying. The pitch is fouled off again. Rona battling a great at-bat right here. Count remains 1-2. Currently only 1 down for the Penguins. No runners out there. Eschman looking to sit Rona down. Tries to get him the breaking ball. Loses it. Count moves 2-2. That curveball kind of got the puppy behind home plate a little excited. Saw that one the whole way. Count sits at 2-2. And the pitch. That's ripped hard above the second baseman. Easy into the gap. Right fielder coming over to get it. So the runner will stop at first. And after falling behind 0-2 in the count, gets an RBI. Or, sorry, gets a seeing eye single. Next up is Brady Shannon, the Youngstown sophomore. Went deep in his first at bat, struck out in his last. Eschman, though, looking for a double play ball right here. Finds the paint, strike 1. Again, it is an 8-5 ball game. Youngstown State on top as we are in the top of the 5th. Eshman looks over. Keep the runner close. Ball foul high and out of play down the right field line. We'll go to 0-2. Ashman cannot lose him here. Got to find that strikeout pitch. Looking for that strikeout pitch, looking for that double play ball. 0-2. Here it comes. Breaking ball high. Count goes 1-2. Shannon steps out, makes Eshman think a little bit. Eshman delivers. Ball's up. Out of play. Umpire looking to get more baseballs. Another great at bat here by Youngstown State, making Eshman throw strikes. Eshman gets settled back in. Pitch clock not even running as the batter just gets set as well. It throws over. Does not get it. Keeping the runner close over there at first. We got 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bouncing around a little bit. Looks over. And the pitch. Breaking ball just misses, I guess, high again. Count goes 2-2. Pollock turns around and asks the umpire where that missed exactly, just to get word.
Yeah, I mean,
tells him inside.
Yeah, on most of these off-speed pitches, the batter's also ducking, which I find interesting.
So that's fouled directly back. Great at bat here for Shannon, no matter what happens here. Gotta wonder how many more batters Eshman's got to face.
Yeah, I mean, especially, again, we keep on saying this, but Horizon League tournament's coming up soon. You want to save his arm as much as you can for that.
Bouncing. Looks over. Pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Ashman gets him down on strikes for the 2nd time today. Two outs, steps up to the plate. Will be stepping to the plate. Yeah, catcher Nick Goodwin, junior out of Washington. 0 for 2 on the day with a strikeout and ground out. As Jameson mentioned earlier, he is not their everyday catcher. Tries to get him to chase the high fastball, does not, lays off. Count goes 1-0. Except for that 1-0 delivery, Eshman. Low strike there. Count goes 1-1. Tell you what, man, I'd be bringing my golf clubs today with this umpire. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. That low strike's getting called every time, it feels like.
This count sits 1-1. Misses outside. Count moves to 2-1. Again, he is 0 for 2 on the day, looking for his first base knock. Miranda holding the runner on at first. Swing and a miss. Count moves 2-2. Things have kind of tamed down a little bit since the little confusing of the home run and then the pitcher clock strikeout. Ashman looks back. Here comes the 2-2. Not sure where that curveball missed. We got a full count, so runner will be off at first base.
Yeah, I mean, right there, like you said, not sure where that would have missed at. But either way, 3-2 now.
Payoff pitch. Strikes him out as Goodwin drops his bat thinking, oh, I'm going to take a walk, but he will not. So moving into the bottom of the 6th or 5th, we have Youngstown State 8, North 5. We'll be right back with you. All of this is thanks to the Northern. got an 8-5 ball game here in the bottom of the fifth as Josh Williams is set to lead off for the Norse. Takes that ball high.
Yeah, I mean, for the Norse, you score 5 through the first 2 innings. Seems like a high offensive day. However, these last 2 innings really not been able to get anything going for the Norse.
Actually only had 7 batters come up. As that pitch comes in for strike number 1, count goes 1-1. Josh Williams on the day is 1 for 2 with a double and a line out. So he's made tough contact as he squares around the bunt. Ball goes foul. We've mentioned before that NKU does that bunt quite a bit. However, today they just have not been able to get it down.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. You had Shaneyfeld. He bunted it straight up in the air for the third baseman and the catcher earlier today.
Count now sits at 1-2. Williams needing to protect the plate. And the pitch. Breaking ball gets him looking.
Yeah, as there's some words being exchanged right now.
Now batting for the Norse, entry number 27.
As Pollock comes up to bat now.
Pollock looking to get something started here with only 1 down. 1 for 2 today with a single. Grounded out to the shortstop. However, stole base when he was on. Takes that ball inside for 1. Fans letting him know that just let him be there, let him be there. Again, another catcher who's got a great eye, so I don't see him chasing much. As he takes that low and away for strike 1. Again, that pitch has been called all day, despite maybe being a ball. And set deliver. Ball taken there outside. Count goes 2-1. We gave credit to Eschman, but again, you got to give credit to Braden Gebhardt. Came in after NKU put up 4 in the first and have only allowed 1 since, as that ball's taken outside.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. He came in, really, again, starting pitcher. He got rocked out there. Came in, settled in quickly, gave up 1 round in that second, and since then has been pitching phenomenally.
And set to deliver this 3-1 count, hit sharply. Dizzy not even feared by that baseball. Count moves full 3-2.
Yeah, I mean, in the Youngstown bullpen, it looks like you have a few guys stretching, walking around, but really no pitching yet from the bullpen. And really, there's no need to at this rate.
This will be pitch number 79 for Gebhardt. As he's taken in there for a ball. Pollock gonna walk that one out.
Yeah, as now Brennan Rowe comes up to bat.
Struck out twice today, so he's due for a base knock.
Shortstop number 21, Brendan Rowe.
Gebhardt has gone 4 innings so far today. Again, not allowing a run. 4 hits, but struck out 5. And that was the first batter he walked today. So he has given Youngstown State exactly what they needed today. Looks over at first. Decent lead there for Pollock. As that inside pitch is taken for strike 1.
Yeah, I mean, really another thing about this umpire that kind of you're noticing kind of going throughout. Inside pitch, 50-50 ball, it seems like, for the most part.
Count sits at 0-1. The pitch. Breaking ball and across there at 2-2. He is dropping that breaking ball in there perfectly. The hitters are not looking for it. As he now is ahead 0-2. Rowe looking, trying to avoid this 3rd strikeout of the day. So he takes that inside pitch. Count moves 1-2. Currently 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. Youngstown State playing double play death. Gebhardt, 1-2. Swing and a miss. Strikes him out for the 3rd time today. 2nd strikeout of the inning.
Now waiting for the Norse,
And now batting for the Norse will be Jake Altman. He is 1 for 2 for the day. Singled in his last at bat, grounded out in his first to the second baseman. Pollock is sitting out there for him on first base. Altman's got that power. That was a swing of the bat. He can make this an 8-7 game. But right now, Dizzy's just got to be looking for a base knock somewhere. There goes the bunt. Takes that for strike one. The third baseman is charging hard due to the shift. Shortstop basically holding the second base on. And the second baseman playing all the way over in the outfield, short right field porch. Third baseman playing tight. So Faltman can rip one down the third base line. He's going to be running. Throw over to first. Back easily. Count remains 0-1. Again, Altman looking to make this a ball game with a swing of the bat. Gebhardt looks over in the pitch. Ball in the dirt. Count moves 1-1. We got 2 outs here in the bottom of the 5th. 1 ball, 1 strike. Gebhardt from the stretch. And the pitch. Ball away. Count moves to 2-1. Taps the ground a little bit. Comes back. Settles in deep. And the pitch. Ball's high. Counts now sits at 3-1. Gebhardt's pitch count getting up there a little bit now. Got to be getting close to 100, so got to think, because there is someone warming up out there in left field. This may be his last at bat. Altman got that 3-1. And that ball's hit up over to the left. Third baseman coming over, blocks this on, and is able to make the catch for out number 3. So we will head to the top of the 6th. Youngstown State 8, Norse 5. We'll be right back with you after the break. Welcome back here to the top of the 6th at Bill Aker Baseball Complex, where Youngstown State leads the Norse 8-5. As we shift into the later innings, we want to take a moment to recognize outstanding student athletes who have been honored not just for their performance on the diamond, but also in the classroom. The Horizon League recently announced the 2025 Horizon League Baseball All-Academic Team, a distinction award to student athletes who excel at both academically and athletically. To qualify, student athletes must carry a GPA of 3.2 or higher, have completed at least 1 year at their institution, and must have appeared in at least 50% of contests or 20 as pitchers. As that first pitch is taken for strike 1. This year, 14 student athletes were named all-academic team, and another 6 earning honorable recognition. Is Eggman set to deliver here? And the pitch. Takes that breaking ball outside. 3 players for Northern Kentucky and 2 for Youngstown State earned the all-academic honors. Representing the Norse was Aaron Boster, Logan Davenport, and Tyler Shanifelt. NKU's Jake Pollock received honorable mention honors as well, as that ball was hit sharply going back to center fielder.
Good play.
And made nicely, kind of over the head catch for out number 1.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about Nowak, like we said a lot before. I mean, he's not played that much baseball here at college. Great to see him be able to make a play like that. But also, I mean, going back to that all-academic team that you were talking about, so you said that you need 20 games as a pitcher?
20%. You got
Oh,
play
20%. Okay.
Yeah,
I thought you said 20 games. I was like, hold up. That's
20% as a pitcher, 50% as a player.
Got it. Okay.
Also, not to underestimate, the Penguins had 2 themselves, and Braden Gavin Hart, who we saw dominate so far today, and Jacob Gehring.
First pitch he hits, and now Caden saying it was an accident. The coach is saying that's bull something, not going to finish it, and now the coach is letting the ump hear it. Wow.
And here we go.
Yep, looks like that coach is not happy. And also, I will say for Caden, that pitch, second he threw it, his face, he looked like he did not mean to do it at all. I don't think this was an intentional hit by pitch, as now the coach is make sure he gets his money worth now.
So they're now talking about it a little bit. Outfield coming in. They're going to talk about it.
Yeah, and Caden saying it was an accident. I didn't mean to do it.
I'm going to tell you now, it's an 8-5 ball game. I don't think you're going to hit a batter.
Especially,
I'm just going to throw it out here. And I'll tell you right now, this umpire's letting the head coach get a little bit of words in there.
Yeah.
As I'm a little surprised. I was a little pissed off.
Yeah, I mean, from what we could hear, there was a lot of language going on. Surprised the umpire's letting that happen at all. As he's getting tossed now, it looks like.
No, he's just warning. Dizzy now.
Yeah, he's going to get
now
tossed.
wants word too. So
Dizzy's just like, hey, I don't know what's on.
So the coach is losing his mind. He's got to end up getting tossed.
How's he not been yet is what I want to know.
And he did just warn him. Warning has now been issued to both benches, so it'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, I mean.
And this is just a reminder, folks. This is only game 1.
Yeah.
There's still 2 games to be played this weekend.
Exactly.
Dizzy's a little frustrated, asking why there's a warning being made, because I'd be curious to see how the warning may impact other situations of horizontal play. I don't know the rules. That'd be something that I'd have to look deeper in.
Well,
obviously, technicals and stuff like that, basketball.
Well, the big thing with like a warning, for example, is now if a player, let's say Caden accidentally hits somebody else, he's getting tossed now. That's a big thing with the warning now. It's really you have to play an A+ perfect baseball game. Can't argue, can't really do anything else.
Well, Dizzy's getting his words in here, and this is just a reminder. This is not the first time Dizzy's had conversation with umpires, as he had one on Tuesday night down in Lexington, when the Norse took on Kentucky, and there was a very questionable play between the shortstop and Tyler Shanifelt. I'm going to tell you right now, watching at home, that shortstop was clearly interfering, basically tackled Tyler, but was let go. Dizzy's still talking things out, maybe he's trying to understand why the coach didn't get tossed.
Yeah, I was about to say, I mean, and honestly, I'm not one that likes to see coaches getting tossed. I've never seen an umpire allow that, though. I mean, he was in his face cussing him out. I've never seen an umpire just kind of let him do that. Oh, and he's coming back out again to get more words in. Again, the fact he's not been tossed yet is a miracle.
I'm going to open my ears up a little bit as I can hear what exactly is going on as the umpires.
Oh, now it looks like number 7 is talking to somebody. It's like Dizzy was talking to him.
Yeah, I can't keep track of what's going on right now. This is getting a little wild.
Yeah, right now, I mean, this is just, you don't, honestly, it's fun, but also the second players get involved. You kind of lose some of the fun of it.
Looks like things are finally settled down. Again, Eshman's out there trying to defend himself.
Yeah, and I will say, I don't know if Shake It Off by Taylor Swift is helping anybody right now.
Taylor Swift has never helped anybody in their life, but that's just my opinion of things. That's not true. There's a lot of people out there who love her as a singer and an artist, so I take that back. I do deeply apologize for that comment. But now things are settling back in. We've got one out, top of the sixth. Coming in here is Rover.
Yeah, I mean, Rover, as we saw earlier, he does have a lot of pop on that bat.
His first pitch is taken there, breaking ball high, and we're back underway. And Youngstown State letting Eshman hear it. Things are getting a little bit impressive.
Yeah, I mean, again, you mentioned this before. This is game 1 of 3. You have 2 more outings of these, so.
And it's also a potential matchup next week in Dayton. So swing and a miss, 1-1. And that, I mean, that's the thing. Like these two teams are going to continue to play each other.
Yep.
They got a weekend series. They got the game next week. Potentially, I should say. Potentially. It is very interesting to see what would happen. As that's taken outside, 2-1. Youngstown State absolutely letting NKU and Eshman hear every pitch that he makes a mistake.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be curious here to see what happens if anything else comes out of this. Hopefully, both sides kind of got the words that that's taken for a ball. But be curious to see if there's anything else that happens tonight.
Norse also have a defensive shift on right now, so the double play ball would be a little bit difficult to have happen if it is hit only to anybody not named the shortstop. Swing and a miss. Count goes full. 3-2. 1 out. Folsom standing on first base. I don't want to predict anything, partner, but I'm going to let you know right now, if Gebhardt's going to get pulled soon, someone's getting plunked. 3-2. And the pitch. Ball outside, and he walks.
As, again, Youngstown's bench, they're getting into it. They're letting Caden know about it right now.
Caden needing to settle in right here, as it looks like they're going to make a mound visit.
Again, Dizzy's not coming out right now. It's just the pitching coach.
Gebhardt is, my apologies. Ekshman is up to 74 pitches now. Currently allowed 3 runs on the day through 4 innings. 1 double, 1 triple, 2 home runs, and hit 1 batter.
Yeah, and again, I mean, going back to that hit by pitch, they think it was intentional. But again, based on Caden's facial reactions, don't think it was intentional. Think it was an accident. But again, it's baseball. Everything can happen. So
I'll be honest. Yeah. I mean, I've seen that happen before. A guy does a little bat spike. You take a little bit of offense to it, and you do something that might be a little bit stupid. It'll be interesting. But stepping up to the plate now is number 18, Braden Kruger.
yeah.
He is 1 for 3 on the day. Struck out his last 2 times at bat. Eshman looks back at second. Breaking ball high.
I mean, that's a pitch right there. The other team has been getting that all game. I mean, if you're NKU pitching right now, I mean, you want that, but hey, umpire's not going to give it to you.
That definitely looked very similar to the last 2 breaking balls I saw get called high, but did not this one. That ball is hit high in the air. Coming over is the right fielder, coming over first base.
Not played.
Looks like 3 dudes had a chance at it, but nobody came up with it. So the count will go 1-1, and we've got 1 out. Thanks to our ESPN Plus play-by-play commentator, Brittany Labor, being very, very close by, I was able to actually pick up what went down over that way. Count now sits at 1-1. Looks down at his wrist. Ashman looking at it, get out of this. Looking for that double play as he gets that breaking ball on the outside corner. Kruger not happy with that one. Count moves to 1-2. Got an 8-5 ball game, but Youngstown State looking to add to it with 2 runners on. And the pitch. Hit hard to the third baseman. He's going to touch third, go over to
Get it,
first.
get it. And he's
Got
out.
him. Nicely done.
Good play.
Great play there by the third baseman. They're saying review it. And
Looks like it will be reviewed.
so we're going to take a quick break while they review this because we all know how long these reviews take. That seemed very positive from the head coach instantly that needed to be reviewed. So again, we'll take a quick break and let you know what's going on when we come back. So after the review, the umpire did call the runner out at first base, so that will be a very simple and impressive 5-3 twin killing for the Norse. And moving now to the bottom of the sixth.
There's a
it
call
is
to the pin.
Youngstown State 8, Norse 5, and there will be a pitching change for Youngstown State. We'll let you know about it when we come back from the break. Welcome back to Bill Aker Baseball Complex at Friendship Field. I'm Joshua Northcutt, and joining me is Jamison Howard in the bottom of the sixth, 8-5 ball game. Youngstown State leads, and it looks like a pitching change is coming in. Jamison, who they got?
Yeah, so coming in number 34, Haroon Pelja from Australia coming in. 8.26 ERA, 28 innings pitched, 26 runs given up. Going to be curious to see now. Again, we had some slight extracurriculars going on last inning. See if anything carries over or see what happens.
Yeah, it will be definitely interesting to see, as there has been warnings. But you know what? Sometimes that doesn't mean anything when you want to defend your hitter. And if you're about to get pulled or yanked, and maybe there's somebody warming up in the bullpen, you can turn around and, let one go. So again, Haroon set to deliver in the pitch. Taken outside for ball one.
Yeah, 28 and a thirds inning pitch, 24 walks to 28 hits given up.
Sparks currently at the plate, 0 for 2 on the day, striking out once and reaching on an error. Breaking ball nicely brought in on the inside corner to move the count to 1-1. I don't like giving credit to the other team, but that was a nasty breaking ball right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
1-1 count. Ball outside, count moves to 2-1.
As they check down to make sure it was not a swing.
If he would have called a swing, I might have got tossed. I'm letting you know now, partner.
I can do so well. I got it.
I'm just going to let you know that right now. He clearly did not swing at that one. Count remains 2-1, and the pitch. Foul ball off. What maybe been ball 3, but got to protect the plate when he's been calling that pitch all day. Count goes 2-2. Again, we have an 8-5 ball game. Youngstown State on top if you're just joining us.
Yeah, you have Shaneyfeld on deck, too, for the Norse. Trying to get that top of the lineup back up with the runner on.
And the pitch. 2-2's pitch taken outside. Count moves full. Be big right here to get Sparks on as the top of the lineup waits on deck. And Tyler Shaneyfeld. Sparks waiting on the 3-2. Pitcher sets. And the deliver. Ball on the inside, and he will walk him. Now, that's an interesting situation. If he gets plunked there, does he get tossed? Because according to the rule, yes. But he's clearly not trying to hit him there. The count's full.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now coming up to bat is Tyler Shaneyfeld.
Again, we talk about the warning. You kind of have to be on your best behavior now if you're both of these teams.
Shaneyfeld, 2 for 3 today with his home run. A single, and then got out in his last at bat trying to bunt and popped it up to the third baseman.
Yeah, that first pitch taken for a strike.
It is important right here for Shaneyfeld, if he does try to bunt, to make sure he puts the ball on the ground. Do not pop this one up. Don't leave your runner out there hanging if you're going to try to get him over, as the third baseman's playing in as if he's going to. 0-1 count. He's off.
Safe.
He steals easily.
Yeah, again, not really even close there for.
Knew the breaking ball was coming and jumped it perfectly. Similar to the last at bat when he got up 0-1, he threw that curveball and he threw it there again. And if you get a good jump on a curveball, you're going to steal it every time. So we have a 1-1 count. Shaneyfeld looking as he swings and misses. Count moves to 1-2. Kind of takes a look at the dugout. Dizzy clapping up for him, letting him know. Shaneyfeld looking to get anything started. In the pitch. Foul ball off to stay alive. Count remains 1-2. Nice job there by Shaneyfeld to stay alive. Looking to just put the ball in play at least to get Sparks over. Trying to get something started here as the Norse trail by 3.
Yeah, we see this a lot with this team. They can score runs at really any point.
And the ball's hit to the right side, which will at least get him over. Second baseman tries to bobble it and is not able to.
Play at the home. Safe.
He's safe at home. Nice job by Sparks and Dizzy paying attention to the bobble by the second baseman. Another error NKU takes advantage of, and it is a 2-run game.
Yeah, and I mean, no offense to Youngstown, that was not even a close play right there. I mean, he was ahead of it very, very much.
I'll tell you what, though, that is an impressive way to score. You are scoring from second base on an infield hit where the second baseman went to barehand and bobbled it and then just kind of got lazy with it, forgetting the runner was on.
Yeah, and I mean, really and truly, I think it's safe to mention it now. I mean, these errors are killing Youngstown.
Now up to the plate is number 5, Nowak. Came in earlier in the game for Harrison. Maybe just look for Nowak to get him over right here as the third baseman's coming in. And the pitch, he is squaring to deliver, and he goes to steal, and he steals second base very easily.
Yeah, I mean, another throw right there where he spikes it into the ground. Yeah, I mean, the speed right now of NKU is killing Youngstown.
So we have no outs currently here for the Norse. Umpire reminding the umpire it is the players that it is an 0-1 count.
Yeah.
8-6 ball game. Swing the bat can make it a whole new one.
Yep, and also looking over at the bullpen, it looks like Youngstown is getting somebody warned as he hits him.
As he does get hit.
And
it will be interesting to see. I don't think he's going to get tossed in that situation.
No, it looks like nothing's happening.
However, stepping to the plate is Gabe Miranda.
Yeah, I mean, he's already hit one deep today, and it looks like quick mound visit. Coach isn't coming out.
Nah, this is just a catcher to go out there to kind of settle him down, let him know, hey, this is who's coming up. Settle in there. You've been giving your best stuff. We let one go. It was on us. We'll make it up for you in the field.
Yeah.
But again, first and second, no outs, and the man you wanting to step to the plate today. Gabe Miranda currently is 2 for 3 with that home run in the first.
As now the coach walks out.
Single in the second. So okay, so what that was
delay.
Hey, delay. get a few extra pitches in, and we're gonna make the change. It does look like a righty is coming in from the pen. We'll let you know who it is, as we currently have an 8-6 ball game in the bottom of the 6th. More Norse baseball brought to you by the Northerner right after this. And we're back here at Bill Aker Baseball Complex at Friendship Field, where the Norse have runners on first and second, no outs, trailing by 2, and the heart of the lineup being led by Gabe Miranda coming to bat. It looks like Youngstown State is making a change, and it's a local kid. So let's hear about him, Jameson.
Yeah, so coming in, number 17, Tyler Heflin. As Josh just pointed out to me, he's from Moeller, which is a school up in Cincinnati. Really coming into this, 9.64 ERA. However, the number I think is more important. In horizon play, that goes up to an 11.68. Really not been having the most success, but he's only a freshman. He's young still. But he's given up in horizon play 12 and 1/3 innings, 23 hits, 28 runs. Only 16 of those earned, though. So it looks like his team, those errors are coming back.
It will be interesting to see when we get a chance to look back at this and see how bad the errors have been for Youngstown State throughout the year. Because currently on the stat line, they've got 8 runs, 11 hits, 4 errors. Meanwhile, the North 6 runs, 7 hits, no errors. There's a lot of faith in the freshman, though, that bring him onto the lineup here to face the heart of the lineup, Miranda, Bond, and Williams. This is a lot of faith in a kid. So props to the coach to being like, hey, you know what? You're a freshman, but we believe in you.
Well, I mean, obviously, Youngstown wants to win every game they play, but, I mean, as you mentioned, is this him seeing a few other arms against Horizon competition? Really, kind of locked into that 4 seed. Maybe you can experiment some and see what happens.
I think maybe before the hit by pitch, I would say yes, but after that hit by pitch, this game might have became a little bit more personal, and it's one they don't want to let go.
Yeah.
As we're finally settled in here, and the catcher goes out to give the defensive position to play. No real shift here. First time we've seen that against Miranda. Third baseman playing in, though, fearing the bunt, as Miranda is able to lay one down. Shortstop holding the second base runner on tightly. He gets back. Simple throw. He's playing pitch and catch out there with the second baseman.
Yeah, I mean, Shaney felt somebody you always have to ID on the base paths.
Again, it's an 8-6 ball game. No outs here for the Norse. Runners on first and second, and arguably their best hitter in the lineup up the bat. A pitch. Takes that low and away for strike one. First time I've seen that pitch called to a left-hander, though. I will give him that credit. Miranda settles back in behind an account 0-1. Heflin, you got to think, has probably some friends and family in the crowd. As the ball misses inside, count moves 1-1. One of those where it just means more.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, you're from up here. I mean, not exactly up here, but I mean, Moeller's what, 20 minutes away?
Yeah,
more or
I
less?
mean, you're from here.
Yeah.
Cincinnati claims Northern Kentucky half the time anyway. As he squares around a bunts and misses, and the pass ball easily gets back there. Everybody moves up a bag, so now there is runners second and third. No outs and a 2-1 count, so he's going to have to give the hitter something to hit.
Yeah, and if I'm not mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong, the runner on third would go against the previous pitcher. The runner on second would not, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And for NKU, you have Sam Bond on deck now.
Miranda settles in. Base hit anywhere should score at least one run as long as it's not hit sharply to the third baseman who's playing way in. When that ball is taken, 3-1. Gonna have to give Gabe something to hit. Tell you what, though, I could use an Ultimate Warrior celebration in that dugout if they're still doing it. And he's taken for ball 4, so it will be loaded for Sam Bond. Which, by the way, have you seen that celebration on
I have.
social media?
Yes.
Man, I saw it first time, and I was just like, me and Jamison approve. Me and Jamison approve. Maybe not of the Ultimate Warrior, but the celebration pro wrestling all the time. But they are loaded for Sam Bond. And you've got nowhere to put him. Looks like there's another arm warming up in the bullpen for Youngstown State. Sam just looking to make good contact.
Yeah, I mean,
and that's going to be a balk.
As Shaney felt able to get home after that, and now you have second and third, no outs.
That right there is the definition of nerves getting to a young kid. And it is a one-run game. Runners on second and third. No outs as Dizzy is letting his runners go. Again, just a young arm.
Yep. I mean, again, you mentioned this before. This game truly, after that, I think has had everything.
It really has. As Miranda takes a big lead off of second base because nobody's holding him on. He's halfway down the line to where the shortstop is.
Yeah, and I mean, you have the first baseman playing in, but really, I mean, everybody else is playing back besides that first baseman.
It'll be interesting to see what Bond could do right here, just needing to make contact and probably scores a run. The ball goes on the outside, 2-0, and now the Norse bench getting into it, letting Youngstown State fans and players hear it. The freshman goes to the back, blowing on his hands a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, again, like you said, Miranda, huge lead off second now.
Heflin delivers way outside, 3-0. I'm going to let him know right now. Hey, kid, Josh Williams is on base. He's got 2 grand slams on the year already. He'll gladly put another one up there if you want to give him a meatball.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I will be shocked, though, if this is not his last batter of the night.
We will see right here as he's set to deliver to 3-0, and he misses completely. And Sam Bond works another walk, his second of the day.
Yeah, I mean, up there, those were 4 not as the coach comes out. Looks like, I mean, those 4 absolutely not competitive pitches at all.
As Jameson mentioned, not competitive, and he's taking a slow stroll, turning back to the manager, kind of waving like, how long you want me to talk before you come out and yank him. I don't think you're going to let the freshman hold him. And another player runs out to the pen.
That's the guy from before.
Okay, because I'm going to say there is a lot of players out there right now for Youngstown State. I couldn't even guess who's going to be coming in to this one, as we have an 8-7 ball game. Bases are loaded, and honestly, the man that the Norse want to come to the plate, Josh Williams, Mr. Grand Slam on the year, has a chance to either tie it, take the lead, or get a big jump ahead and send a message to what could be an awesome weekend. The meeting is officially over. No pitching change, it seems to be made.
And there it comes.
Yeah, there it is. And now he's like, all right, that was good.
Yep.
So we're going to let the pitching change come. He's going to let him know, and we'll take a quick break right after this. We'll be right back with you, as it is 8-7 now. Norse trail by 1 in the bottom of the 6th. All right, so we had a weird situation here where they tried to remove Tyler Heflin. We're not able to. So he's now back in here as Josh Williams comes to the plate. Set to deliver in the pitch. Ball in the dirt, and is going to get a run in to tie it up easily.
Yeah, and I mean, if you're Heflin now, just mentally speaking, you know you're about to get pulled. Your coach doesn't really have that much faith in you. And then you have to go out there and pitch again.
Yeah, I don't know what exactly happened there, if the double move wasn't allowed to happen or something was wrong with the pitcher, because the pitcher looks like he's warming up in the bullpen still. So we'll try to figure out what exactly went on there as he takes another ball. Count goes 2-0. Again, it is now an 8-8 ball game. the Norse have battled back with 3 in this inning. Runners on second and third, no outs. Takes that and looks for 3-0. I'm telling you right now, not many hitters get a swing away. I trust him. He can swing.
Yeah. I mean, the Grand Slam's still not in play anymore, but if you can hit a 3-run bomb here, it's going to be electric.
And it looks like he will walk instead.
As
the 3rd straight walk.
As the coach comes back out.
And now a pitching change will happen, so we will take another commercial break and get back with you as we kind of try to figure out what exactly happened on that hitter. We will let you know when we come back. And we're all tied up here in the bottom of the 6th as the Norse look to add some runs with bases loaded and no outs. Pollock coming to the plate. However, there is a pitching change finally for Youngstown State. After a little bit of confusion, that the only explanation we could think we got was you cannot pull a pitcher after a double mound visit. But again, I don't know why not. Just let him throw 1 pitch and then make the change, as we've seen the Norse do multiple times on the weekends. However, doesn't matter now. 8-8 ball game, and pitching changes in. So Jamison, who they got?
Yeah, so I mean, coming in is number 36, Phil Brennerman. Really an interesting season, in my opinion. I mean, 18 2/3 innings pitched, 16.39 ERA, but 23 strikeouts. So even though he might give up a lot of runs, a lot of hits, he can also strike out somebody.
Well, he'll be facing the bottom of the Norse lineup in Pollock, Rowe, and Altman, if that's the order that it goes in. And stepping up to the plate is Jake Pollock, who is 1 for 2 on today with a single, a ground out, and a walk. Pollock here looking to help out his pitching. Try to get some runs. Corner infield playing in, that if it's hit sharply to one of them, corner infield playing in, sharply hits them, they'll probably go home. Hit the second and short, they'll look for the double play. That pitch is taken for strike 1. Quickly works, ball 2, or ball 1, my apologies. Count now is 1-1 as Pollock.
I mean, that pitch very much in the other batter's box. Luckily, the catcher was able to get it, though, for Youngstown.
Set to deliver. And the pitch. The ball's foul off.
Yeah, I mean, big swing right there. Did go foul, but he's seeing something he likes out there, which is good.
Definitely good. As Phil Brennan steps back on the mound. 1-2 count. Looking for one of those strikeouts that Jamison talks about that he gets. And the delivery. Fouled off directly in front of our face if you're watching via ESPN+. Count remains 1-2. Very nicely done by Pollock. Trying to settle back in here. Pitch. Breaking ball is hit sharply past the diving third baseman. 1 run will score. The runner's coming in, and he will score easily. 2 runs in for the North. Runners stay on first and second as the North take a 10-8 lead.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And I'm not saying I called it, but I kept on saying NKU score 5 spot whenever they really feel like it. And as that is now 5 runs on the inning, leading 10-8.
Also no out, so these runs can continue.
Yeah. When you now have first and second, no outs.
With Rowe stepping up to the plate, looking for his first hit of the day as he is unfortunately struck out all 3 times at bat. We will work on that scoreboard. I apologize that 10 is kind of way off as he turns around the bunt and it is in the dirt, taken for ball 1.
I mean, against Wright State earlier this season, this pitcher, Brenneman, he went 3 2/3 with 6 strikeouts against them.
And a pitch. Misses the bunt. Looking to get the runners over for Altman. Unless a magical triple play were to occur, it's a very good chance that the North will bat around this inning. Again, we got a 10-8 ball game in the bottom of the 6th. North put up 5, just as my play-by-play man Jameson predicted. As that ball is fouled off, and the count now moves to 1-2. Again, trying to bunt, could not get it down.
Yeah, I mean, right now, bunt probably off now for NKU, just trying to get the ball anywhere.
However, I mean, with the third baseman now playing back a little bit, if he's got faith and he can get it down, why not? But we'll find out as the 1-2. And that is out, 2-2. And he did square the bunt.
Yeah, just proved me wrong right there, actually.
With a guy who may be struggling a little bit to see the ball 0 for 3 on the day with a strikeout, he's very good at sacrificing. If he can get one down, third baseman playing back, why not make it? Counts as 2-2. He does score the bunt again, and it's pushed to the third baseman. And they get the runner at third. Nice play by the first baseman, Jay Rona, to get that out. Ball was pushed a little bit too hard to the first baseman, and not the side of the field you want it to go to either.
Yeah, and I mean, coming up now with Altman, I'm curious to see kind of what happens here now. See if the bunt's maybe still on, trying to get a guy at third or what.
Altman's got that pop, though. I think you let him swing away. But you could. You never know. No real shift as the shortstop holds the runner on a second. Dog got really aggressive on that one. One of the times he's going to take that net down. Brenneman again looking to deliver, get out of this jam, only allowing 2. As the ball is past the catcher, Galway is the double play. So the Norse now will have runners on second and third.
Yeah, I mean, based on how this guy's been pitching, really not too surprising to see that. I mean, he's been throwing a lot of balls over there to that other batter's box, and that time it just got away from him.
Interesting conversation right here between Dizzy and the bitter. Maybe saying suicide squeeze time. Fastball. Again, the count right now currently sits 2-0. Apologize about that. We were talking to Hunter a little bit, trying to try. I'm going to say, it looked like the catcher should have got it to me.
Yeah, I was like, he's caught 3 past ones, that same exact pitch, so. Let's see.
Count remains 2-0. Looks to deliver. Ball's fouled off. So I was interested to see maybe if there was a bunt situation going on there, but Altman says, nah, I'm going to swing.
Yeah, I mean, you have the third baseman and first baseman both playing in a decent bit Don't know if you want to risk the bunt here, especially with only one out.
Interesting how the middle infield's playing that far back with that runner, because if it's hit to any of those middle infielders, he should score. As he takes the strike and looks over at the dugout like, my bad. 2-2. Again, that low outside pitch has been called all day, whether right-handed or left-handed. More to the right still, I should say. Looks back. Throws it back to second base. Tell you what, if if Pollock had a little bit more speed, because when he turns like that, he has to throw it.
Yeah.
So a lob throw like that, make that shortstop make that throw.
Yeah, and I mean, it wouldn't even be the first time NK's capitalized on somebody throwing over too much.
As that is taken for ball 3. Count goes full. 3-2. 1 out. 10-8 ball game. 2 runners still sitting out there. Altman looking to make Brenneman throw the pitch and the payoff. This is taking ball.
Yeah, I mean,
another walk for the Norse.
Yeah, now, I mean, coming up, you have Nolan Sparks, bases loaded.
He reached the beginning of the inning on a walk. He also reached on an error in the third and unfortunately struck out in the second. However, contact here should score at least 1 run, if not 2, depending where it goes. The Norse put on 5 already, looking to add some more. Brenneman with the delivery. Takes that outside pitch for strike 1 to Sparks. And the pitch. As that ball's hit to the first baseman. High chopper, though. Should be able to get the run in, and it will at least. Only play the first baseman had due to how soft that was hit and high was to tag the bag at first.
Yeah, I mean, you go up there, you get the sacrifice hit, you take it. NKU now leads by 3.
Now
Shaneyfeld comes up to plate with runners on second and third. Norse now lead by 3. And no delivery. That's a strike on the outside corner. – 11-8 ball game. Shaneyfeld trying to add to it. Third baseman playing in as he takes strike 2 on the outside corner. I don't think he's too happy about that one, but I can't tell if he's more upset with himself or the call.
Yeah, I mean, that looked like a ball from our vantage point, but umpire saw it otherwise.
0-2. Pitch. Fouled off right above the Youngstown State dugout. I'm about to say it was very close to hitting the production truck down there in ESPN Plus. Count remains 0-2. Again, it's now an 11-8 ball game for the Norse. Shaneyfeld looking to add to it. Takes that ball inside.
Yeah, I mean, big lead off there. They're not really holding them on anymore.
And you can get that big lead off a second, too. Shortstop backed up a little bit, too. Big gap there on the left-hand side. His third baseman's playing even with the bag. Ball's fouled off again down the left field line over by the bleachers. As Jamison mentioned, filled with a lot of Youngstown State fans over there. Props to them for driving down here on this beautiful day. Count now sits at 1-2. Shaneyfeld looking to add to it. The pitch. That ball's hit in the gap. And beautiful play past the diving shortstop. 2 more runs are going to score. Bobbled in the outfield, so Shaneyfeld slides into second, does a little dance, says must make a call, and hangs up on him.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Right there, beautiful piece of hitting, but also shout out to the runner on second to not get hit by that baseball. He had to make a kind of a dodging play right there, but he's able to dodge it and he's able to score off of it.
Batting for the Norse, the center fielder, number 5, Mark Nowak.
Good chance that's probably going to be an error on the left fielder also, which would be the 5th. We'll have to wait to see. May just be a double. Now Nowak turns the bunt, and unfortunately that ball goes foul again. Third baseman playing real deep. Scoreboard is incorrect. However, updating now as NKU leads 13-8, still in the bottom of the 6th. This has been a long inning, so I don't know who's been warming up over there for the Norse, but they probably got a lot of warm-up pitches in.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I mean, right now, we're through almost, 5 2/3 innings as that pitch.
As his hit to the shortstop, having to make a tough play, come in and bobbles it, and Shandyfeld is going to go around.
Safe.
He scores! And a little bit of a scream to let him know.
I mean, for that shortstop alone, correct me if I'm wrong, that's his 3rd of the night?
It's got to be pretty close. At least his 2nd, I know that, and I believe maybe a throwing error. It'll have to be one I double check
I think you're right. I think that's 2nd, and there was one. The first baseman had a failed pick. That's 6 errors on the night according to the scoreboard. Don't know if they're going to correct that, but it says 6. So
that would be correct.
Yeah. Again, I mean, at the end of the day, I think safe to say. I mean, again, looking back on it, these errors you've got to clean up your defense if you're Youngstown.
That ball's fouled off by Miranda.
But also, I mean,
he's 2 for 3 on the night.
Yeah, but also heads up to Dizzy. I mean, every time he's kind of seeing that mistake, he's able to send his runners. He's able to get them home.
Definitely paying attention whether it's Dizzy or whether it's the runner itself, because I'm sure he trusts Tyler to make a call on that and trust his own speed. Miranda now steps back in, takes the ball in, and he's easily swipes second base with no throw. Runs are just piling on here for the Norse as they've got 9 on the board. $14-8 ball game.
Also, I mean, not saying it's going to happen. How many innings do you have to play for run rule?
I believe it's 7.
7, okay.
That ball's taken inside.
Forgot if it was 6 or a 7.
It is only a 6-run game, and we have seen plenty of times before 7th, 8th, 9th can be a little bit tricky for our Norse.
Yep.
So let's just get these outs. But before we do, let's add some more on here. As Miranda steps back to the plate, 2-1 count. Takes that inside pitch, breaking ball for a strike. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 14-8 ball game. Norse lead after again dropping 9 in this bottom of the 6th.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And also, I mean, looking to the Youngstown dugout, looks like you have a few people playing toss. Nobody fully warming up yet, though, which is interesting. Kind of having to stick with this guy now.
So that ball's hit sharply, but deep enough that the second baseman's equal with the ball. Easy throw over to first. However, the Norse put 9 on them, and they will be 14-8, moving to the top of the 7th. We'll be right back with you for Norse Baseball, brought to you by the Northerner. So we're back at the top of the 7th here at Bill Aker Baseball Complex at Friendship Field on the beautiful NKU campus. However, we're going to take a look in and see what's going on in the game that matters to the Norse and their standings. Jameson.
Yeah, so we're at the top of the 10th right now. Milwaukee, Oakland tied at 5 apiece, top of the 10th. Runner on first, no outs for Milwaukee.
Well, hopefully Oakland can help us out with one after that 9-run inning gives the Norse a 14-8 lead. I'd be wrong not to mention right now that currently Youngstown State has 8 runs, 11 hits, 6 errors. Meanwhile, the Norse 14 runs, 9 hits, no errors. And a pitching change is coming in for the Norse and Logan Wilson.
Yeah, I mean, Wilson comes into this game 5.81 ERA, 19 appearances, 2 starts typically. He started a few weekday games for the Norse, but in 31 innings pitched, 33 hits given up, 20 runs.
Hopefully we can get a 1-2-3 inning here as he'll be facing Smith, Cutting, and Rona if it stays way it is scheduled. Smith currently in there. Cole Smith, senior out of Alabama. Hit a bomb last time at bat. Fouls out, one off, out of play, down the third base line. Count sits at 1-1. Cole steps in. Fans lets him know. No, I should say the dugout lets him know, go to work, go to work. There's a pitch. This ball's hit, and nice play there by Wilson. Easy toss over to Miranda for out number 1.
Yeah, I mean, right there. Really, I mean, making the simple play, making sure that you don't get somebody on base that shouldn't be on there.
Now stepping up to plate is number 16, Garrett Cutting. He's 0 for 3 on the day. Flew out to left field or center fielder twice and grounded into a double play. Norse looking for an impressive 1-2-3 inning here and get back to bat. As that wind up and pitch is taken for strike number 1. Count now currently sits at 0-1. Wilson from the windup and the pitch. Takes that on the outside. Count will go 1-1. Doesn't look like he's a little too happy about that one, but you know what? Sometimes it'll happen.
Yeah, I mean, 50-50 pitch just doesn't go the way of NKU right there.
Cutting takes that low and outside. Count moves to 2-1.
Yeah, I mean, right now, if you're NKU, the last thing you want to do is give up free base runners. Really, I mean, against Youngstown, that's what killed them that last inning was you just kept on walking people, hit a few guys, gave a few guys on base by error.
And that's been the trend really anytime that we've called a game as that's hit sharp into left field. Left fielder underneath it and makes the play for out number 2.
Yeah, I mean, I believe that was Nolan Sparks. Good job tracking, not letting the sun get in his eyes, and he's able to make the easy play.
That would be Sparky out there and left. Now stepping up to the plate is Jake Rona. He came in the game earlier for Beckley. Rona steps into the box. Pitch. Takes that ball high. I know this is going to be aging me a little bit, but these gray and red pinstripes in that 21, all I think is Deion Sanders. Back in the day when the Reds wore something similar. Pinstripes always clean, except for when they're blue. As that's taken inside. Count moves 2-0.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just lost on the younger generation. Never been a fan of the pinstripes personally.
That's a shame. Just got bad taste, I guess. It's okay though. I can forgive you. Count sits at 2-0. Ball way inside, goes 3-0. Wilson's got to give him something here.
Yeah, I mean, again, we said this about some batters previous inning. Really 3 non-competitive pitches right there. Really nothing that would even make a batter want to think about swinging.
And Brady Shannon sitting on deck. He has struck out his last 2 at bats, but hit a homer in his first one, so he's got the pop to put it out in the ballpark. 3-0 delivery, and he walks him on the 4 straight pitches. However, settle down right here. Shannon hasn't seen the ball well the last 2 times at bat. Again, Brady Shannon is the hometown kid, sophomore from Youngstown. No charge chance. No charge. Was hoping to get something out of that, but the crowd was not having any of it. So that ball is way outside and low. Count goes to 1-0.
Yeah, I mean, right now, Wilson, he's losing track of the strike zone after 2 quick outs now. Hopefully he's able to regain it, though, here.
It's 5 straight balls. Just need to put it one over the plate, build some confidence, settle down. Is that one is on the inside and taken for strike number 1. I was going to be interested to see if maybe the catcher went out there and Pollock maybe tried to talk to him if he would have thrown a ball there. Settle him down a little bit. But we'll never know as the count goes 1-1. Set to deliver. Low call for strike 2.
Yeah, I mean, we keep on talking about that low pitch is getting called every time.
That one's low though. As you could not tell by my voice, that was low. I'm gonna need some golf clubs for that, but we'll take it. As the game remains 14-8, the Norse trying to get out of this. And 1-2 pitch. Strike 3 looking. So we move to the bottom of the 7th and a 7th inning stretch. So we'll take a little break and be right back with more Norse baseball right after this. And we're back heading to the bottom of the 7th after a little bit of stretch here at Bill Aker Baseball Complex at Friendship Field. The Norse are looking to put maybe about 4 more on, as Jameson liked to say before we went off air. However, we'll just take any kind of run support, as it is a 14-8 ball game. Staying in for Youngstown State is Phil Brenneman, and he will be facing Bond, Williams, and Pollock.
Yeah, and I mean, really and truly, you want to feel good about a 6-run lead. Based on some of the stuff I've seen, especially against that Oakland series, really want to put on a few more or just kind of try and end the game a bit early.
We'll see what happens right here. Steps to the plate. That's taken low for ball 1.
Yeah, I mean, for Brenneman, 13 walks and 18 2/3 innings pitched this season.
Now set to deliver. Foul ball. Count moves to 1-1. Bond has reached base 3 times today, twice via walk and once with an error, occurred by the shortstop. There's a few E6s on my paper, as Jameson mentioned with the last one he had. That is a nice breaking ball that comes across 1-2. Catcher trying to pump Phil Brenneman up a little bit as it delivers that pitch. And he fouls off the breaking ball down the third base side. Made a play by Dizzy. Great play, Dizzy.
Yeah, and I mean, Tommy Rover, obviously, he does have a lot of errors today. I mean, his stats, batting .359 in Horizon League play kind of justifies you need his bat somewhere in there, even if you do get some bad offense or defense.
Pitch set to deliver. This foul ball again. Out of play down the right field line this time. Youngstown State got off to an early 2-0 lead. The North End put up 4 in the first. Youngstown State responded with 3 in the second. North End tied it in the third. In the second. So we went into the third 5-5 as that pitch is delivered past the pitcher. However, second baseman is able to make a simple throw over to first for out number 1.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's key, and probably what was said in the dugout a lot. You've got to settle down if you're Youngstown. On defense, just make the simple play. Don't try and do too much. Because, I mean, a lot of those areas, I mean, you had one of the second basemen trying to barehand the ball, stuff like that.
Now coming up here is Josh Williams. He's got the power to put one out there in the Valhalla. And the pitch. The ball's hit far, deep, and foul. Count moves 0-1. Again, we're sitting in the bottom of the 7th. NKU just looking for 6 more outs if they can't get some more runs here. But looking to tack some on as Josh Williams steps back into the plate. Little bounce and a delivery. That's a ball taken inside. Count goes 1-1. 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 out. Josh Williams. 1 for 3 on the day. Takes that pitch way outside. Count goes 2-1. Reached on a double in the first, lined out to the left, struck out looking, and walked in his last inning. And the pitch. That's taken 3-1. Youngstown State thought it was a strike. Umpire says nah. So we got a 3-1 count now. Looking to make something happen. Phil Brennan from the stretch. So that's hit sharply to center field, coming over, going back to his left, and that's off the wall. Nicely played. However, stand-up double for Josh Williams.
Yeah, I mean, right there. Still a double. Hit off the wall, though. Brilliantly played, though, by Youngstown to prevent the triple.
Nice defense today, or offensive hitting today by Josh Williams. First hit went to right field. This one left center. Now stepping up to the plate is Jake Pollock.
Yeah,
two for 3 on the day.
I'll be curious to see if he lays on a bunt here, trying to get runner over to third.
Ball's way outside. Nice snag by the catcher in order to keep Josh over there on second. Brenneman set to deliver the 1-0 count. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, I mean, he was very late on that swing right there. Maybe expecting off speed, got a fastball, though.
Looked to get a tie, to get a little bit of spray on the bat. Didn't like the grip. Went over there to talk. Make sure you could talk. So it does look like a timeout is actually being called. Dizzy's staying over there on third, but the hitting coach might have some pointers.
Yeah.
However, it looks like he told Dizzy that it will be a timeout. And yes, so a timeout is called. He jokes around, 30-second full timeout. He wants the full one. So we got the full timeout. Tell you what, man. We talked about it off air before, and I'm pretty sure I've said it on air, but there's no greater honor than having Dizzy Payton as our head coach / manager, whatever you want to call him. He is the emphasis of Norse baseball, and just the tandem of him and Mav is just electric and brings a lot of promise to NKU for more possible College World Series appearances.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. As that first pitch was taken for a strike right there.
No, 1-2.
Oh,
They reset accidentally as he walked up.
okay. I was like, hold up.
Yeah, 1-2, 1-2. He went and got that spray. So we got the 1-2 count, 1 out. The breaking ball is hit up in the air and coming straight back towards us, directly towards us, looking up at it, heads up. That one's literally right behind us, in case you didn't hear that one. A little bit close for comfort. I would have caught it, though. By caught it, I mean I would have got out of the way so Jamison gets hit. But, you know, it happens. Yes, it would have went through the tarp and hit you.
Okay, I was about to say, I'm well underneath this tarp
No,
right
no,
now.
went through the
Okay.
tarp and hit you. That's what happened.
Bet you would have enjoyed that a lot.
I definitely would have laughed after I found out you were okay.
Okay.
1-2 count. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, I mean, right there, looks like Pollock just really not able to pick up on the fastball that well.
Now batting for the Norse, the shortstop, number 21, Brandon Rowe.
Now stepping up is Brandon Rowe. 0 for 4 on today. Reached on a fielder's choice last time and struck out in his first 3 at-bats. He was part of that weird weird 9-run inning. Set to deliver. Looks back. And the pitch. This ball's hit foul down the right field line. Count now goes 0-1. Getting a little bit darker here. The game's going almost 3.5 hours.
Yeah, I mean, obviously nothing to look, not going to happen. But there are no lights on this field, so if it does get too dark out, that is something that could stop a game.
It's bouncing around. The ball is foul?
Yeah,
Yes,
foul.
foul. Foul on the line. Again, can't see. Jameson's got the better angle as he's on the inner side of the plate. You probably can see his ugly little face if you're watching on ESPN Plus.
Okay.
That's what I mean. I'm sorry, Jameson. That was mean. That was uncalled for. You know I mean all love, Jameson.
Yeah. Let's see.
0-2 count. And the pitch.
Good take.
Ball on the outside. 1-2.
Yeah, I mean, really besides that pitch right there, I mean, this pitch is working very quickly trying to get ahead.
And he has been ahead, so capitalizing on that. Got 2 outs here in the bottom of the 7th. And the pitch.
They're saying he went, and that's going to be strike 3.
All right, couldn't see down there on the first base umpire,
I got
but
you.
he did, yep. So he went around, so we will go to the top of the 8th. It remains NKU 14, Youngstown State 8. we head to the top of the 8th at Bill Aker Baseball Complex at Friendship Field in a 14-8 ball game. Good guys on top. However, we're going to take a quick look around and see what is going on in that Milwaukee-Oakland game.
Yeah.
Jamison, do we got good news?
So luckily, Oakland was able to escape the jam with that runner on first, no outs. However, it's now the bottom of the 10th, 2 outs, runner on first for Oakland.
All right, so still going on right there, as we'll keep an eye on that, and I'll let you know if anything changes. However, Logan Wilson's set to work his second inning as that ball goes high and inside. It is now 1-0. Looks down at the pitch indicator to see what he's going to get. And the pitch. So that's hit sharply to the shortstop's right, backhanded, and nice throw over to Miranda for out number 1.
Yeah, I mean, great find right there by Rowe, able to make the easy play.
I'm going to say the bat hasn't really been there today, but he has made some very good plays in the field.
Absolutely. And with Rowe, I think a big part of him playing every day is his defense at shortstop.
Now up to the plate is Eli Brown. 9-hole hitter. Swing and a miss, strike 1. Standing in the batter's box, standing in the on-deck circle is number 7, Kyle Fossum, who got hit last time at bat, so we'll be interested to see how NKU handles that situation with him coming to bat next. Breaking ball taken for strike 2. Nice pitch. Tell you what, man, he's been calling that high breaking ball.
Yes.
Outside maybe that 1 or 2 batters where we kind of questioned it. And the wind up. Swing and a miss.
Yeah, I mean, beautiful pitch right there. But now, again, like you said, you have number 7, Folsom, coming up to bat.
Kyle Folsom, the senior out of Seattle, Washington. Man has a lot of pop and a lot of power.
Absolutely.
He is 3 for 3 on the day with a double, 2 home runs, and then, as mentioned, that hit by pitch.
Mm-hmm. And also, I mean, from Seattle, Washington, I believe he was originally playing baseball at Washington before he committed to come over to Youngstown.
Step in. Very quick work once he got the point. Miss is high. That looked like a strike 1 to me. I don't know where that missed.
Yeah, I mean, that's the same exact pitch he threw about 2 pitches ago, but that time it's a ball.
Yeah, that one just was a fastball, not a breaking ball.
Yeah.
Yes. 1-0. That ball is on the inside going back to left fielder. It looks like it's finally going to be caught, and it's a 1-2-3 inning for the Norse. Going to be looking for 3 outs when they come back in the field. However, a few runs, and they could end it away too. So moving to the bottom of the 8th, it is Norse 8, Norse 14, Penguins 8. We'll be right back with you at the break. And we're back at Friendship Field in a 14-8 ball game. Norris looking to add some runs and possibly end it, or at least get 3 more out when they go into the field. But first, stepping up will be Jake Altman. He is 0 for 3, or 1 for 3 on the day with a ground out, a single, and a fly out. Walked in his last at bat. Looking to get things started though. First pitch is taken for ball 1. As Phil Brenneman stays in this one for Youngstown State.
Yeah, I find it interesting. I don't know what other long relievers they have in their pen, but if they're using 2 of their long relievers today, curious to see what happens tomorrow if maybe they get hit around some.
As that's now on the outside, count goes 2-0. And I could hear Brady Labor say now in the 11th inning for the Oakland Milwaukee game. Well, again, we'll keep you up to date on that. Set to deliver the 2-0. Foul tipped it into the catcher's glove for strike 1. Again, we got a 14-8 ball game here in the bottom of the 8th. Norris looking to add some. Set to deliver the pitch. That's taken. I'll tell you what, that's been a strike all day, but he's saying a little bit inside. Telling the pitcher a little bit inside. 3-1. I think that's the first time he hasn't called that pitch strike all day. 3-1. The delivery. That's hitting up to left. The left fielder going over. And out of play over towards the bleachers. So we'll go full 3-2. Bless you. Again, currently right now, Youngstown State has 8 runs, 11 hits, and the biggest number, 6 errors. Meanwhile, the Norse, 14 runs, 9 hits, no errors. Now the deliver. And that's hit sharply to the second baseman, comes in, fields it routinely for out number 1. Next coming up will be Nolan Sparks.
Yeah, and as things stand right now, 10 of those 14 runs for the Norse have been earned, 4 unearned.
I mean, that's big in a, what, 4, or you take away those 4 unearned, it's 10-8. It seems a little bit closer than a 14-8 as that's taking ball on the outside. Set on back in as we get to the bottom of the 8th. Looking to make the pitch. And the delivery. So that's taken for strike 1. Count goes 1-1. Again, thank you to the Northerner for allowing us to do this. It's greatly appreciated. That ball's ripped hard, but foul down towards the dugout. Bending over towards the bleachers. Goes 1-2. Tell you what, though, it sounded good off the bat.
Yeah, I mean, right now, that's 2 foul balls now where NKU's, they're seeing it well, just hitting it either a bit late or a bit too early to get the result that they need.
Sparks settles back in. Brunman again in this 3rd inning of work. As he's fouled off.
I mean,
Brenneman has been pretty impressive since he came in. Allowed those 2 runs, but it was a tricky situation.
absolutely.
And has settled down.
But also, I mean, 2 1/3 inning pitched, 57 thrown though. Really not working efficiently at all.
As he gets the swing and a miss for out number 2. Tell you what, though, that's
also just a bit of fun. The catcher, after the strikeout, threw it over to third, kind of passed her on the infield. Third baseman was unable to catch it.
it's a rough day of fielding all around out there for Youngstown State. As we got 2 outs now. Top of the lineup coming up for the North is Shaneyfeld. Rips it hard past the diving third baseman, just outside the reach of him. Beautiful hit by Shaneyfeld, who doesn't normally hit it that way, but ripped it hard down that third base line.
Yeah, I mean, that ball's hit very, very hard, very, very quick. And now the hometown kid from Florence, Mark Nowak, has a chance to hit.
Nowak reached on the air last time, part of that wildness of the sixth inning. Pitch. Shaneyfeld's off, and he's going to steal with ease. Ball goes basically where the shortstop was playing.
Yeah.
Second baseman trying to cover the bag. Made a really good play to prevent that from going to the outfield.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. That ball was probably about 10 feet away from the bag. Really no way that they could have thrown him out.
Second stolen base of the day for Shaneyfeld. So if he gets on, he's been running. Ball's ripped, but foul. Nowak trying to make something happen here with a runner out there and get a little bit more insurance. The Norse will be looking for just 3 more outs as they come to the field in the 9th. The 0-2 pitch. Foul ball. So the count remains 0-2, 2 outs. Shaneyfeld standing there on second after he hit a nice RBI double. Third baseman playing tight to the bag. Nowak looking for that hit. Second baseman kind of holding Shaneyfeld close. And a pitch. So that ball's fouled up there over towards the rec center and rooftop. Count remains 0-2.
I mean, you have Miranda on deck now. Runner on second for Nowak.
Trying to get a base knock here. Nowak settles back in. Brenneman trying to sit him down. 0-2. And throws back. That's always questionable to me because that almost looks like a balk, like his foot hit the ground. It's just kind of weird when he throws back to second base like that.
Yeah, I mean, also taking a look at the Youngstown bullpen, they don't have anybody warming up currently.
I mean, this is probably taken on the outside. Not happy about it. Does a little spin dance, thinking that was strike 3. Does not get the call. So it will remain 1-2.
Yeah, I mean, that pitch has been called 50-50 this whole game. So
yeah, that looked a little bit outside. I think I got to agree with the umpire on that one. So the 1-2 delivery. Pitch is ripped hard to the shortstop. Fielded to the side. Nice throw to get Nowak over at first. So, as I mentioned before, it is Norse 14, Youngstown State 8. The Norse are looking for 3 more outs as they come out to the field in the top of the 9th. We've reached the final inning of today's series opener between Youngstown State and Northern Kentucky, with Northern Kentucky up 14-8 as the final countdown plays and Logan Wilson is set to work. Breaking ball thrown in there for strike one.
Yeah, I mean, coming up to bat, number 6, Tommy Rover, the shortstop for today.
He is 2 for 1 today with 2 doubles, a strikeout, and a walk as he swings and misses that one. Count now goes 0-2. Wilson looking to make quick work of him, sit him up, sit him down. As a defensive shift happens with 2 strikes. Third baseman now playing where the shortstop is. Shortstop usually playing where the second is. That ball is hit just foul. And luckily for the Norse, because there was nobody over there. Once we wrap things up, we'll be back with a little post-game recap of everything that went down today and announce the Northerners player of the game. I'll leave that up to Jameson as, he's always got an eye for the player of the game. Or players, if you want to give it to 2. Now, set to deliver. And the pitch. Way outside. Count now goes 1-2. Sal's back in there. Pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Logan Wilson gets that first batter down. Just go Rover. Now stepping up to the plate is number 18, Braden Kruger.
Yeah, and I mean, right now Wilson working very quick, working very well out here on the mound for the Norse.
Kruger is 1 for 4 on the day. Pitch is fouled off.
And I believe if this result holds, correct me if I'm wrong, this will go down as a save for him because he's pitched 3 innings, correct?
That's a very good question. I believe that would be correct, and I think Eshman would get the win.
I think you're right. Interesting.
And the pitch. Ball way high. Had to duck out of that one. It's been ducking on the breaking ball, so I guess duck on that fastball. Count goes 1-1. It gets a little bit darker in here. Nothing to worry about, but the clouds are definitely out right now, as we're expecting rain in the forecast over the weekend. Swing around. He does. 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes, 1 out. 14-8 ball game. Norse looking for their last 2 outs. Trying to strike out another batter is Logan Wilson. And the pitch. Breaking ball. Let loose. 2-2.
Yeah, I mean, right there. Maybe a waste pitch, just trying to see if you can get him swinging at something, but really not competitive.
Wilson trying to sit that 4th batter down today. And the pitch. That's hit into the gap, coming in as the right fielder. Makes a nice play.
Yeah, I mean, Williams, really not been saying his name a lot on defense, but he makes a good play right there.
It was definitely hit sharply. Looked like it was going to fall down there, but, it makes that snag. And now the last out. Cole Smith will step up to the plate.
Yeah, I mean,
1 for 4 on the day with a home run.
Yeah, I mean, right now for Wilson, it's important. Don't try anything fancy. Just do what you've been doing. It's been working. Try and get this 3rd and final out of the day.
That ball is fouled off. So it's an 0-1 count, 2 outs. Pitch. That ball's hit deep in the right field, going back as the right fielder. And he makes the snag against the wall. And that is going to do it, friends. So it is Norse 14, Penguins 8. We'll be back after the break.
And your final score, NKU 14.
All right, we're back for the post-game recap as the Norse came on top 14-8 in a very crucial first game at Bill Aker Baseball Complex at Friendship Field. Jameson, who you got as player of the game?
Yeah, so I mean, I have two. I know it's kind of cheating, but I mean, I just don't think that I can give it to just one. First, Tyler Shaneyfelt, 4 for 6, and he also reached on air if I'm not mistaken. I mean, he hit that home run to begin the game, get everybody excited, played a phenomenal game of baseball, 4 runs scored, 3 RBIs. And then I have to give it out to the closer, Logan Wilson, which I believe he will be getting a save for tonight, but he pitched 3 innings, no hit, 1 walk, 3 strikeout baseball, and really and truly, that's what we needed right now for the Norse.
Well, as we mentioned, the Norse come out on top in this one, 14-8. They rallied not once, not twice, but 3 times in this one after falling behind 2-0 in the first, 5-4 in the second, and then, or let's see, do the math, sorry, I apologize, 8-4 at one point before they put up 9 in the bottom of the 6th to hold off for a 14-8 win. But if Jameson, you got nothing, I got nothing, we'll be back here tomorrow, hopefully pending the weather, to call it one again. We'll let you know and follow us along. Jameson, yes.
Also, I just wanted to go ahead and say it too. Caden does get the win for today.
Caden got the win.
Very deserved.
Yeah. Caden got the win, and Wilson should get the save for 3 innings of work. But with that being said, we will be back with you again tomorrow for more Norse baseball. And as always,